One thing about me, it's been a lot of things that I do. It's been a lot of things I said that I'm approved. Getting it straight, yes. Even things about me, it's taking some time to shine, but you know how it goes. This is the new year, but I've been here before. Follow my way, yes. You already know the spot. It's off top. I almost didn't make it out the North Fork blocks. It's always a race when you go against the clock and doing what you say you gonna do. Means a lot. You already know the spot. It's off top. I almost didn't make it off the North Fork blocks. It's always a race when you go against the clock and doing what you say you gonna do. It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot, it's a lot, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot, yeah, it's a lot. That stead, keep the peace showing, the east glowing, a lot coming, keep flowing, got me going, on top with the streets knowing, I ain't blowing my spot, especially after doing 9 years, you already know the spot. That's all time. I almost didn't make it off the Norfolk blocks. It's always a race when you go against the clock. You're doing what you say you're gonna do. It's a lot. You already know your spot. That's off top. I almost didn't make it off the Norfolk blocks. It's always a race when you go against the clock. You're doing what you say you're gonna do. It's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot. Say that's 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 a lot, 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 yeah, that's a lot. See where I come from? A lot usually means an agreement. Like if I say I'm gonna do something for you, it's not I got you. It's basically yo, you a lot. It's basically an agreement. So when you gonna make it, that's a lot. You gonna succeed, that's a lot. You're not gonna give up, that's a lot. You can add your reference to whatever you want to add it to. Just know that if it's positive, that's a lot. That's a lot. Fuck your public opinion. Bitches all the time when you doing downtime. Fuck your public opinion. Fuck your public opinion. Bitches all the time doing downtime. We all strive to be the killer. We stuck to love more niggas. To be a thug is the religion. Feeling outcasted from society. Drive the anger. Young niggas, they run the shoot as the lies today. And the preacher, they preach religion like the book can save us. When I see niggas praying, still got one from the chamber. I swear the streets is evil. If there's a devil, then I see his people. Daily murder's just a second nature. Third nature is get your paper, nigga, trade the fight. From being broke to slave niggas, to slaves and money. Poisonous characteristics, and we fuck this. We ain't got a cure. We FaceTime, quote scriptures just to make us pure. But in these streets, it's kinda hard to fake it. It's no more praying cause they're praying on the weak. No correlation, ask me if I'm violent. That shit ain't true. And my defense, what would you do? And niggas busting at you. Fuck your public opinion. Sometimes when you doing dumb time, fuck your public opinion. Fuck your public opinion. Bitches on time, doing third time, fuck your public opinion. Niggas in the suburbs and judging us. Some half the niggas in the end, they separated from us. The only time they know they niggas till they cuffed up. The only time they know they niggas when they fucked up. That's when they back to the county line. What's up, my nigga? I see you back in the hood. Welcome back, my nigga. People, you better man up and arm yourself. Rich do better hustle up, don't fuck yourself. See, I ain't never seen a silver spoon. The only thing that niggas never let you do what you got to do. And if that means push it back, why the fuck should I care? That black shit, it ain't no every man shit. Yes,
so Jay.
Nigga, fuck you too. Niggas can't pray to survive. Niggas can't pray in this phone, man. That's true. Yeah, picture this. There wouldn't be nobody starving and homelessness. So fuck your public opinion. Fuck your public opinion. Bitches on time when you doing third time. Fuck your public opinion. Fuck your public opinion. Bitches on time doing third time. Fuck your public. I ain't trying to be a role model, so fuck that shit. I'm only up to survive and make a way through this bitch. You ain't gotta hear my music, nigga, change that shit. I'm only speaking from my life, that's when life was a bitch. Call me, motherfucker, fuck your mama. I speak for niggas in jail, I speak for niggas with them real problems. I ain't tripping lost, my niggas is listening. Fuck you, you pussy ugly ass nigga, fuck your public opinion. Bitch, I'm looking to the doctor, everybody else that don't understand why. See, these be my niggas, fucking these niggas die. You ain't never been in the hood, you will never understand. Why niggas till they die, 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 fuck your public opinion. Even though a nigga stay stressed, niggas blessed through the test, fuck the rest, fuck your public opinion. Fuck your public opinion. Bitches on time when you do it third time, fuck your public opinion. Fuck your public opinion. Bitches on time doing third time, fuck your public opinion. Fuck your public opinion. Bitches on time when you do it third time, fuck your public opinion. Fuck your public opinion. Bitches on time doing third time, fuck your public opinion.
All right, so fuck bullshit. Solo Bolo, man. I don't know where's Ant. I don't know. Haven't heard from him. Haven't seen nothing. Ain't no telling. He might make his little. Hey. No clue who you are, but good looking. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if he's gonna tune in or not. I have no clue. It is what it is. So let's get straight to this shit. I'm trying to put my feet up for real. Active love versus transaction. What is the difference? We all have done something for someone we profess to love or care about. And when these deeds were performed, it was claimed or stated that it was done out of love. All right, give me a second. Done out of love. When things tend to go left, these kind of acts tend to resurface, which raise the question of what's the true intent or motive behind these acts? Were they really acts of love or transactions? Let's discuss this and stay tuned to the end to see the interesting plot twist on how this applies to one of life's biggest deceptions. Uh, Give me 1 second. All right, man. I'm gonna need you to start showing up on time, man. Or I'm docking your pay. Excuse me. 4 viewers, awesome. Give me a second, just waiting on Ant to try and pop in real quick. All right. By all means, Emma Hayes hopped in to ask something if you don't mind. By all means, go ahead, shoot what you got. Hopefully it's pertaining to the topic, but I mean, if you got something else, by all means, shoot. In the meanwhile, while we're waiting on Ant and Emma to ask her question. What the hell? Oh, I'm over here losing my mind. So what? No, I'm just messing. What's that, Nick Captain?
What's up?
I can't call it. I was sitting here kind of stalling, waiting on you to get in. I hadn't already started, but I'm waiting on Emma Hayes to pop her question in here. She says she had a question. I'm curious as to what it might be. I don't know if it's pertaining to the topic or not. But I thought it was kind of interesting. Somebody actually wanted to pop in and ask a question, so I want to see how this. I want to see what this question is. I'm curious. In the meanwhile, hold on 1 second. In the meanwhile, while we're waiting on this question, man, my head is on fire. So I don't know. I don't know where she's at. Maybe she'll pop in. Maybe she won't. I don't know. Act of Love. I'm gonna read this again because I know you're just not getting in. I mean, I'm sure you've read it before. What you get from it?
Did I read what?
The synopsis of the show.
No, I haven't read anything, honestly.
All right. So, act of love versus transaction. What is the difference? It's an interesting question. It says we all have done something for someone we profess to love or care about, and when these deeds were performed, it was claimed or stated that it was done out of love. When things tend to go left, these kind of acts tend to resurface, which raise the question of tends to raise the question of what the true intent or motive was behind these acts. Were they really acts of love or transactions? Let's discuss this and stay Let's discuss this and stay tuned to the end to see the interesting plot twist of how this applies to one of life's biggest deceptions.
Okay. What do you consider an act of love?
You asking me or you saying it?
I'm just stating in general what.
I mean, it could be anything. I mean, hell, you could have bought your mama a car. You could have bought your mama a card. Hell, you know what I'm saying? It just anything. It could be something big. It could be something of no monetary value, whatever. You know,
But why would you call it an act of love? Is what I'm trying to figure out.
that's a good question. That tends to be exactly what how it's worded.
Hmm.
Um, it seems nowadays, anytime somebody does something for
Oh,
somebody,
damn.
oh, you're right.
No, I'm looking at Josh Allen run through the Chiefs.
uh,
Okay, go ahead. My fault.
so
Dang.
it seems nowadays, anytime something is done, anytime that's what's up. It seems nowadays, anytime something is done, it's perceived as, especially if it's if there's some kind of emotional attachment to this person. Now, it doesn't have to be a relationship,
Mhm.
um, but anytime something is done, it's generally perceived or made made out to be done out of love. But then when things, like I said, when things go left, or you guys are at each other's throats, or you guys are at odds for some whatever reason, then now you're counting carrots or counting favors.
So that's what I said. My thing would be, why would you say it's an act of love? You're either doing something because you want to do it, or you're capable of doing it. I would never do something for somebody and say I did this because I love
Thank you. Okay. Now,
you. Okay, so that would be my thing. I would just say this is something I wanted to do, or this is something I thought you needed. Whatever case may
or
be.
some,
But
yeah, something that I wanted to do for you.
yeah, I wouldn't be like,
Right.
oh, I did this because I love you. No, no, that has nothing to do with it. To
That
me, it doesn't.
now, with that being said, right, that is the humane way of doing things. Um, but for some odd reason, we have since gotten away from what is humane or being human.
Mhm.
Uh, we are very selfish as a people, uh, as a species, rather. Um, everything is about me, 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 me. What I want, what I want, what I want. Um, but it's interesting. Like, man, I wish I could get people to actually. So, how many? Real quick, we got 4 viewers, 5 viewers. I know Stacy's one of them. Beth's one of them. Anybody who's tuned in right now, I want you to tell me in the comment section. Tell me in the comment section, what do you consider an act of love, or what have you done for someone, relative, significant other, whatever? What do you consider an act of love? Whether it was monetary value wise, sentimental, whatever have you. Put it in the comment section. Some people are really like that, and it's changed societal norms so much. Absolutely, 100%. But answer that question. What have what? Even if it was for your kids, see, that's the thing. But every time something is done, the pretense of or the I'm pretense. I'm sorry. The context of what when asked, well, why do you? Oh, because I love my kids, or because I love my husband, or because you know what I'm saying. It's always done out of love. So my question to the audience is, what have you done for viewers? Should be 4 different responses. Now 3 viewers, should be 3 different responses. He's shaking up out of here quick. He's calling. He's asked for comments. Oh God, I'm gonna blow. I'm gonna expose myself that I'm watching. Actually, one of them might be me.
Mhm.
let me let me close that damn. Let me close this thing real quick. because I don't want to be sending any fake numbers, false numbers through here. All right, so Stacy says, "Oh, I'm sorry. Hold up. Let me read this in order." Stacy says, "Doesn't matter. It could be monetary or just being there for someone." Agreed. So, could you give me an example of something that you have done, please? Thank you. Beth says, "So many things. Care for them when sick or injured, provide food, give a very thoughtful gift." All right. I mean, it doesn't. You ain't have to, But yeah. All right, I'm with that. Stacy, you want to give me something? Jamie, you want to give me something? Emma Hayes, where you at? I want to know who this Emma person is. They're watching from. Oops, they're watching from Twitch. Haven't had a Twitch viewer in quite a while. Let's see. Stacy Renee. Let's see. Stacy says, "I don't say I do things for my kids out there. What I do. I feel unappreciated quite often, and it's hurtful. And that goes with the territory." Yeah, I can't say that either. Um, if you're feeling unappreciated as a parent, now as a parent, if you're feeling unappreciated about and about the things that you do, then maybe you're doing too much. Maybe you need to dial it back some. Jamie says, acts of love and acts out of love is two different things." All right, so you care to elaborate on what you're talking about? Um, that's same, Stacy. I do some things out of love outside of I'm sorry, uh, obligatory things, but no thanks ever. So, kind of curious, right? With that one, Beth, you said out of obligatory, 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 obligatory things. What are you obligated as a parent to do? That's an interesting statement. What are parents obligated to do? Stacey says, "I don't think it's the same idea when it's family versus someone you have built a relationship with, whether a friend or a lover." Eh, can't seem to get a straight answer out of this one here. Like, can I just get a something that you do?
I don't think you will because if you're doing something for somebody, you should do it because you want to. That's just my opinion. It's not because I love you or any other reason. It's just I did it because I wanted to do it.
I mean, theoretically, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I don't. I would never say I'm doing this because I love you. I'm doing this because I wanted to do it. Uh, it's something that you may have needed, and I'm just helping you out with it.
okay. So then, if that being the case, the answer would be no. I haven't done anything. You see what I'm saying? It's not,
I guess not. I mean, if that's the way you want to look at it, no, I
right.
haven't. But I
I
don't
mean,
sit up. I don't count favors.
right. And
I don't say, hey, I did this for you. You better
right,
appreciate it. I don't look for any acknowledgement. So it's like I did it because I know I can do it. That's me.
right. So with that being said, right, and the reason why I'm asking these questions, right, I'm trying to get answers out of people because, like I said, there's a method to the madness always with me, Ant. um, the what you'll find is more often than not, the things that we do are transactions.
Okay, right.
You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
We claim that, oh well, we did this, and here's the thing. This is, like I said, there's a method to the madness. Just like children are impressionable, they pick up what they're taught. They're sponges. What they see, they suck up everything. We as adults in our 40s and 30s, wherever you are in your life right now, we were once children, and we've sponged up a lot of shit, a lot of bullshit. But then the thing about it is we all got brains, but we don't like to use them all. With that being said, there's certain things, if you look at it and see the connection, you'll start to question. You start to question things. Jamie says, hold on one second, real quick. Jamie says, when you do things expected, like caring for your kids, it's a act of love. It depends on who you ask. Getting someone a random gift or something they wanted is an act out of love. I'm not gonna say all that because it could be
Just a gift. Yeah.
right. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
I get where she's coming from, but
yeah, I understand that, but it's like
right,
it's just to me, it's just a gift. I gave it to you
because I wanted you
because
to
I
have it.
wanted you to
Right,
exactly. I wanted you to have it. That doesn't mean that I'm just so in love with you as a person. I gave it to you because maybe I just happen to be a nice person. you know,
that's possible too. You know what I'm saying?
maybe
That's possible
I
too.
like to
But
give gifts.
but
If I give a gift, it's not with the expectation of
right,
you better appreciate it. It's just here. I wanted you to have this.
right. But you also got to understand something too. We're dealing with a female mind too, because there's not no guys in here speaking. But the thing about it is when you're driven by your emotions, and she's claiming that that's an act of love, it very well might be in the mind of a woman, in the mind of in the female mind, because the moment that she doesn't like you, she stops doing for you.
Okay, so
You see what I'm saying? So remember, it kind of like, all right, with sex, men do not equate love with sex. Females do.
mhm,
The moment that she no longer has an interest in you, or she stops liking you, she's gonna stop sleeping with you. Whereas a guy, I don't have to necessarily like you. I tell you what, my shit get hard. And, hey, what you doing? You get what I'm saying?
right.
So it in the female mind, it very well might be. I don't know. Like I said, we don't have enough guys in here to actually. I mean, we just gonna bounce it off each other. I mean, but this is all we ever do. Uh, Same Stacy. Outside of love idea. Stacy says, I don't think the same idea. I'm trying to figure out where the hell I left off at. Beth says, I tend to go the extra mile for those demons. LOL. Beyond food, shelter. Okay, uh, so here's the thing, right? And those, along those lines, she says, I tend to go the extra mile for those demons. I'm assuming she's saying her children. LOL. Beyond food, shelter, healthcare, and education. That's by choice. Nobody's making you do that. That's not an obligation. So that's why I was trying to figure out where you. I'm trying to get an understanding of where you're coming from with this obligation thing, because like when you say, even dealing with your children, you're not even obligated, even then, truth be told. Um, in dealing with your children, you deal with your children. Hopefully, I would say in that aspect, and is out of love. You know what I'm saying? But if not, you know what I'm saying, it might be it. You know what I'm saying? I guess it could be an obligation thing in that aspect if you're not connected to your kid. I guess like that.
I, I don't know. I mean, honestly, I don't know because I don't do stuff for my kids because I feel obligated.
Right, me either.
I do it because I can. That's
Now,
that's not bragging. It's just I'm capable of doing it.
well, here's the thing, and also in that aspect, your kids are grown now.
Well, I
Now,
mean,
if
even when they were younger, it was like I did it because I could. It wasn't no, oh, I feel obligated or I'm
no, I
doing
ain't
it
never
out of love. It's like, hell, I got it. I got the money. I got the means. So I'm gonna do it.
see, not so much for me. Like at some point, and I understand people say that, like I am, and I'll tell you off rip, I'm borderline apathetic. I do have emotions. I don't put them on. I don't wear them on my sleeve. But in the same aspect, I do things out of love. I will say that much. You know what I'm saying? Now, with that being said, it's a combination of things because like don't think I'm gonna go get you a PlayStation 5 and you'll report card look like shit and talking about some I did it out of love. You
No,
got me fucked
right?
up.
No, no. See,
You know
that's what I'm
what I'm
saying.
saying?
I've never done anything like that because
Right, right.
I've told them millions of times I'm not going to reward bad behavior
Hell no, never,
on that aspect, but
never.
I've never
Shit.
given them something and said I did this out of love. I did it because I know I can do it.
You ain't never getting no whooping out of love.
No, because if I'm giving you a whooping, it ain't no love
Hey,
involved.
hey, wait a minute. How
It's,
many of
it's
those?
because yeah,
How
how
many of
many
those
times I
do
heard that? I only
Hey,
did it because I
right.
love you. No, I'd rather that you hate me because
Hey,
the way you
look,
just
hate
hit
me to
me,
death.
right? The way you just hit me didn't have any love behind it. So
Shit,
no,
shit,
that wasn't out of love. That was
shit.
because I made a mistake in your eyes,
Right.
and you figured this was the best way to handle it. There
Would you
wasn't no
say, do you
love
feel
involved,
love?
right? That was no kind of love at all.
Look, I'd rather not feel no more of
Yeah,
it. Shit.
exactly. If that's the case, hate me. All right.
Look, hate me right now. Shit.
Yeah, but no, I've never. I'm not saying anybody's wrong. Okay,
Right.
I'm
No,
just
no,
saying
that's not.
me personally. I've never been like, well, I'm only doing this because I love you. No, I'm doing it because I can.
I
That's
could dig.
just been me.
I could dig. Stacy says, when I care for someone, I like to buy gifts. Okay, that's your love language. Cool. Cook for them. Just feel like if they needed something, uh, excuse me, excuse me, uh, they don't have to deal with it on their own. Whatever I can do, I do to help, which is what most people do, and that's why I said it's the humane thing. But okay, um, it makes me feel good to know. Now that's different. It makes me feel good to know that I can make someone else feel better, smile, whatever. That's dope.
Okay.
That's different because most people will not state that that it actually makes them feel good. The servitude aspect of it. Beth says, "Do what do what I can to make someone else's situation." Yeah, that's the humane thing. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what I'm saying. At what point is it humanity and an alleged act of love? But there's a reason why I'm asking it that way. Why are you not on the screen? Did you pop off or did I pull you off? Oh,
No,
yeah.
you got me sitting at the bottom, so it's like the comments block out.
Because that fucking thing be all in the way and shit. I ain't figured out how to get this shit off yet.
I mean, do a side by side view because that
Uh,
yeah,
but,
like that.
but see, here's the thing: that little rectangle thing gets in the way when I'm doing editing. That's why. There we go.
Okay,
Let me see if I can drag. Yeah, there. I'll do it that way
okay.
because I can move. You see what I'm saying? I don't know how your layout is. All right, so um, Jamie says, "Are you going to get someone something you don't like?" Now you see what I'm saying? Exactly. So the moment that you fall out with this person, the gifts stop coming, or you stop doing things for this person. That's what I'm getting at. Now, finally, somebody's giving me the other end of it. So, Jamie, I'm gonna ask you this question, right? when you give this person something out of love, but then now, mind you, it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't have to be monetary. But then you guys, your feelings change, or you're mad at this person or whatever have you. The gift stopped coming, or you stopped doing for this person, whatever have you. So is that not a favor? Is that not a transaction?
Yeah, it's a transaction because
100%.
if you, okay, you saying, of course, no, I wouldn't give somebody something I didn't like,
Right.
but do I necessarily love them? Or as I said before, am I doing this because I know I can?
Or are you doing this?
Or I'm doing it just because. To me,
There's another part, but see, you ain't touching on it, and I ain't gonna reveal it yet. So
no, no, go ahead, and reveal it. Tell me what I'm. I guess what I'm missing. Tell me what I'm missing.
you'll catch it on the end, because what happens is, right, that goes into the next part. Remember, I said at the end I'm gonna reveal some shit that people ain't really, and then you'll be like, oh, okay, well, so see if Jamie gonna respond to that. What we just said, not necessarily, says Stacy. If I'm no longer dealing with that person, the opportunity to help dissipates. Conditional. So I have people from my past that, as long as it was
Amicable.
thank you, I would still help if the opportunity presented itself. All right, that's valid. Um, Again, conditional, but a valid answer. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, there is no right or wrong answers. I'm just touching on things. I'm just. So Beth says, that's what I was saying. I do things for them that I'm not obligated to do in order to see them happy, even if it's not fun for me, because I love them. I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't. I don't want to turn it into a
For
therapy session. Go ahead.
for your kids or for a relationship, in a relationship.
I'm sorry. What?
I mean, according to what Beth said, is
Oh,
that
okay.
pertaining to your kids or
She's saying to her
relationship?
kids. She's speaking on her
Okay,
kids.
yeah. Well, your kids, yes, I get it. Relationship wise, I don't care. I mean, it is what it is. I don't care.
I could dig. I could dig.
It's like because that's where love is a big gray area when it comes to a relationship.
And it is, but and here's the messed up thing about it. It is, but it shouldn't be.
But it is.
I,
I know
I, I,
I know
yeah,
I know
not
it shouldn't
that.
be. There's a lot of things that
Not
shouldn't
dispute
be,
that.
but it is. It's
Right.
like that's the
Definitely not dispute
biggest
that.
gray area ever because somebody will say that they love you and straight up do you wrong, and then turn back around and say, "But I still love you."
That's because it's conditional.
So you know what? What? How do you love
But
me?
but in the same, well, no, because here's the thing, right? In that aspect, when you say it that way, right? So here's the strange thing about love. We all know how we want to be loved, but everybody's not capable of loving you how you want to be loved, because they only know how to love how they know how to give love or show love.
But then in that case, don't use the word.
How could you
Just,
tell them?
just
How could you tell them that they don't love you? These are their feelings,
because long term will show. Short term means nothing. Long term will show. Just because you went out and bought a gift,
right?
I'm not going to sit up and say, "Oh, you totally love me."
No, absolutely not. You'd be a
So
fool to do
I'll
so,
be like, "Okay, thank you for the gift. I would appreciate it."
right?
But I'm not going to say, "Oh, this person really loves me." I'm like, "You doing it because you wanted to do it." That's the way I see it.
Right,
Yeah, you know, you have, as I said, you have the means to do it. You
right.
wanted to do it, so that's all it is to me. It's not like, "Oh my God, she really loves me." No, I'm like, you went out and got it because
You're a stone wall when it comes to emotions, man.
I am. I'm an emotionless person. Okay,
Yeah, let's just get to the point.
I'm never gonna lie about that.
Hey, when we talk about emotions, we just gonna mute, man.
because it's like what you expecting out of me? Hey, good
No,
luck.
it's not
Good
even
luck
that.
with
Here's the
that.
thing. It's not even that because
But that doesn't mean that I'm not a kind-hearted person.
100%.
That's what I want people to get confused about.
The reason why
I'm above and beyond as far as like the kindness that I display.
you're a humanitarian.
Yes, but
You know what I'm saying? Right.
but to just
Like,
say,
not emotionless.
"Oh, I did this because I love you," I know what I would be lying to you.
Right. You're not a sensuous. You know what I'm saying? You're not all lovey-dovey, but you love people.
Yes,
I can relate. It's crazy because see, here's the thing, right? For those who know me and say that I'm heartless and shit, well, okay, if you think I'm fucking heartless and I'm an asshole and shit, Ant's like times 50. So I mean, shit.
See, now you are putting a label on because they're
Hey,
gonna
I'm
be
just
like,
saying,
oh
man.
my God, I don't want to talk to him. No, it's I'm telling you up front, so
Right.
there is no misconceptions.
100%.
So I mean, not that I'm trying to date anybody, but I'm just saying, as far as wannabe friendship, I'm telling you who I am off the top.
Right.
So later on, you won't go, well, that's not what I expected. No, I'm telling you.
Right. Right. I get it. So Jamie says, next comment. Jamie says, depending on the person or situation, if I would continue to get gifts for that person.
But why?
So,
To me, go ahead.
so in that aspect, all right, let me ask you a question. If you're doing that, are you, which is a transaction, are you buying love? Or you you know what I'm saying? that's
just what I was going to say. Or
you know what I'm saying?
you
Right.
trying to buy their affection, or
Yeah, right.
you want them to appreciate you, because if they don't, and just take it for what it is.
Right.
So I mean, if it's somebody that I don't want to have a connection with, I wouldn't continue to buy them gifts.
Right. If I want you to have it here,
If I want you to have it here, but I wouldn't continue that because
not based through my emotions. Hell
it
no.
wouldn't be through emotions, and I mean it's
because what happens is when you do that, you open up the doors for yourself. To
to be hurt.
Yeah, you're gonna feel used fast as hell.
Yeah.
Because here it is, you were doing this under the guise of love, and here it was, this person like, shit, okay, well, thank you.
Because I know guys that are like that, where they ex or go out and buy them something, an expensive gift.
Right.
And you can ask them, hey, you still dealing with her? Oh, no, man, I don't want nothing to do with it. Well, why did you accept that gift?
Because it came.
See, so to me, that's dirty.
Right. I mean, it is, but
that's dirty. I would never do that. I would be like, hey, no, you keep that.
Well, I'm just giving a straight answer.
I know, but I'm just saying. In my opinion, that's one of the dirtiest things you can do. I would say, no, you keep that. I don't need that from you.
Yeah. Okay, so like there was a situation. All right, so one of my personal experiences. I was talking to this chick. I was in a relationship with her, and I was at my mom's house, and she met us over there, and she came in. She had this bag. She just got finished going on a shopping spree.
Okay.
And so she had handed my mom this purse. It's a Michael's Kors bag. It wasn't a knockoff. It was legit.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So, oh, thank you, baby. Thank you. You know. So I'm standing there. I'm looking. I'm like, man, that's pretty nice. You know what I'm saying? I don't fuck with purses and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. So we still having a conversation. Sitting there talking or whatever have you. She reaches in the bag and hands me this little bag, right?
Okay.
And I collect timepieces. Mm-hmm. So I open the bag and this box like this, right? I'm like, damn, okay. So I opened it up, right? I said, oh man, this motherfucker is cold. Oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man. So Michael Kors watch, right? I don't know shit about no Michael Kors. I ain't even gonna pretend like I know anything about some Michael Kors.
Okay.
So I take it out the little thing and shit, you know what I'm saying? I slip it on my wrist and shit. And I'm like, oh man, this is nice. You know? I'm doing all like this and shit and looking at it. Damn price tag. All right. Listen, I took that motherfucker off as carefully as I possibly could. I put it back in the bag. I mean, back in the box. I closed the box. I put it back in the bag. I said, thank you. I said, she said, you don't like it? I said, yeah, I love it, but I can't be bought. You know what I'm saying? My mom, I saw my mom, you know what I'm saying, before I put it in the bag. She looked, she said, oh. She said, you don't like you really don't like it. My mom said, baby, he if you wanted him to keep that, you would have took the price tag off that.
Yeah, I mean that. I mean, me personally, I don't think you should ever give a gift and leave the price tag on.
Man,
That's
no, you shouldn't.
that's just me.
I mean, I'm with you on that one. No, you shouldn't, because here's
No,
the
you
thing.
shouldn't.
You don't need to know. It's the sentiment, right?
Hmm.
It's the thought that, okay, so yeah, you don't need to know. Listen, if I spent $2 for it, if I got it for free,
Exactly.
if I spent 10,000 on this motherfucker, that is shit. You don't need to know. You ain't paying the bill. Shit, don't stress yourself. You know. Stacy says, "Woo, she writing books, and I'm falling behind." Stacy, Stacy say, "No, I don't think so. I think it becomes a transaction when you fall out with the person, and it's always, well, I did this for you, or I bought you this, and that's counting favors. The transaction, I'll explain it to you in a minute. You're gonna do me like this. That's when the truth reveals itself. I have multiple relationships. I've had, I believe, is what she meant, because she's definitely monogamous. I have multiple relationships that didn't work out, and I don't do that because I did what I did in the moment, because I wanted to, not because I thought it would keep him. Okay. So the transaction aspect, I wasn't really directly speaking to you, but somewhere along the lines, I think you did. Somewhere, I might have said something, it might have made you believe that I was talking directly to you, and I apologize for that, or singling you out. Um, the transaction aspect of it comes. Um, yeah, let's just do it the easy way, right? Let's look up the definition of transaction. Definition of transaction. Ugh. So the definition of transaction, it is a noun. All right. It says an instance, and this comes from Oxford Languages Dictionary. An instance of buying or selling something, a business deal. Okay. So in similar, uh, the action of conducting business. Also in similar, an exchange or an interaction between two people. So with that being said, hold on one second. I got these motherfuckers over here going crazy, and it's pissing me off. Um, with that being said, a transaction, when it becomes a transaction, is when you did something for somebody. All right. You claimed that it was out of love, but the instance, and only you know this, in truth. The instance that you did something for somebody expecting something in return made it a transaction. Beth says, oh, hold on one second. Before we go any further, I want to look up the legal definition of transaction. I meant to look this up earlier, but I've been busy over here working on different projects. I completed one of them, and now I'm on to the next one. Um, Transaction. Treaty clause, treasure, transfer. Transgender. Yo. That's interesting.
What's that?
I I don't know. For shits and giggles, I actually decided to read the definition of what it is by legal definition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it ain't exactly what we thought it was.
So what is it lying about?
Well, I'm gonna say like this: in court, you know how you go in and say I identify as such a such.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Truth be told, it would hold up.
What would hold up as a transition? I can't even say the damn word now.
Transgender, yes. If I went in and
Oh, I
said,
wasn't talking about transgender. I was talking about
"Oh, transaction," no,
transaction.
no. I haven't gotten to that one yet.
I was like, what? Wait a minute.
That's why I said for shits and giggles,
If
I read it just to see.
if I'm in court about somebody being transgender, then yeah, that ain't gonna go too well.
I was reading it for shits and giggles, just
Okay.
on the fact of how people say, uh, sir, and then they say, well, I identify as a woman. They can
Mhm.
legally get away with that.
Okay, I'm gonna let that go.
I didn't write the laws.
No, I know you did, but I'm just saying I'm gonna let that go. Okay. I proved my point on that.
Oh, shit. All right, so here we go. Trailer, tramp, transaction. Legal definition of transaction states the act or an instance of conducting business or other dealings, especially the formation, performance, or discharge of a contract. Something performed or carried out, a business agreement or an exchange. Any activity involving two or more persons. Civil law, it's an agreement that is intended by the parties to prevent or end a dispute and in which they make reciprocal concessions. That's what a transaction is. So as you can see, realistically, it doesn't even have anything to do with finances or exchanging of money.
Just an act.
That's it. Hold on, let me get caught up. We're no longer dealing with the person. Stacy, are you going to? Damn, why does it seem like these damn things are coming out of order? No, I don't think so. All right. That says yes, I do for my partners. Yes, I do for partners / friends, even if it's not something I like / find fun, because it makes me happy to see others happy.
Humanitarian.
I'm gonna say yeah, the servitude aspect, yeah.
Yeah.
Jamie says, I'm not going to show up for that person in the same way if it turns one-sided. Gotcha. And it makes sense. It makes sense. Stacy says, Aunt, please don't take it the wrong way, but she said, but you do come off kind of cold hearted. But I don't know you in real life. LOL. Nah, he ain't cold hearted.
I'm not a cold-hearted. I'm not a cold-hearted person. I mean, first of all, I take nothing personal. Seriously, I really don't.
All right, so you know what? All right, so here's the thing, right? Part of that, right? Part of that is, and I understand because, like I said, when I was younger, I was lightweight intimidated by him because I didn't really know him. Like we were related, but I didn't know him
Mhm.
intimately. Some of it has to do with his tone and the fact that to get him to smile, you down and got to put a gun to his head. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Or,
rough. You know what I'm saying? Like,
or it got to be the funniest thing I ever heard.
yeah, man,
Yeah,
and he got a sense of humor, but like
yeah,
you be like,
yeah. I look you dead in your eye
right.
and go,
And
okay,
he'll laugh. He look, but even when he be laughing, he be like he's not one of those fallout type. Ah,
right,
you gonna get one of these. That was a good one. You
yeah,
like, all right, he being sarcastic or what like is he not like him? You know what I'm saying? But he a teddy bear.
Well, see, don't go saying that because then they'll be like, oh, can I borrow something? No,
Right,
no,
bro. Say now they
no,
think the marshmallow and shit.
right, right. No, you can't borrow nothing but advice. No,
Right, right.
no,
Yeah, shit. What you
no.
say? Look, I ain't no sucker.
Right. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta
Oh,
do what
shit.
you gotta do. That's
I dig. I dig. Stacy says, that's what I would have said too. If you only do things for someone to get something in return, you're doing it for the wrong reason.
yeah, definitely.
I want you to remember that. I cannot, excuse me. I cannot, I can't save that and what's the word I'm looking for?
Hmm.
I can't bookmark that comment, but remember you said that because I'm gonna come back to that because that goes into later on. Uh, who we talking about? Stacy says, "Look at Stacy, she hot today, boy. Okay then. Uh, keep that up, man. You're gonna become a fan of the week." Shit. So Stacy says, never leave a price tag on. Hell no. I wouldn't recommend it. That's when people start turning their nose up and start showing their true colors, boy. Shit. Jamie says, most people see love as a transaction. Uh, it's real love when love doesn't require to be loved back.
Hey, hold on. Before you continue,
I wasn't going nowhere. Go ahead.
no. I want somebody to answer this question. Okay, do you do things out of love or because you can? Or maybe I'm setting up the question for you.
I think I do things out of love.
You do things out of love.
Mm-hmm.
See?
That's the only reason you do them.
What do you mean?
See, that's what. Wow, see, she said exactly what I'm talking about.
He said, mm-hmm.
I'm worried about you. I'm not doing nothing
There
for
you
you.
go. So that goes to my question. Do you do things out of love or because you can?
Out of love.
Out of love. Everything you do is out of love,
Yeah.
even for your friends.
Yeah.
It's out of love.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I need to know. All right.
Okay.
All right.
I didn't call Karen.
I know. I wouldn't ask her because I know she heartless.
Yes.
Yeah, she yeah. I already know her answer. Okay. All right. That's all I need to know. All right. You can continue.
All right. So before I go, all right. So going back to what Jamie said, most people see love as a transaction. It's real love when love doesn't require to be loved back. With that being said, I'm going to bookmark that one too because that is very important in the next part. Um, so Stacy says, Stacy says, No, I didn't think you were at all actually, because I don't feel like this applies to me. Oh, she's talking. All right, gotcha. But I have been in a relationship where it was hard to get that satisfaction for myself because he was so used to having things thrown in his face. It took him over 5 years to really believe I wasn't like that. Now, 8 years later, he just told me recently in so many. Hold on one second. In so many words, he's never had someone that truly cared the way I do, and he never realized it. What is love? Oh no, I'm just kidding. Well, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand how. Uh, I don't know if you guys are in a relationship, you guys are working toward one or whatever have you. Um, I don't understand how guys or women, how people in general can go. Let me go back to that for a second. It took him over 5 years to really believe I wasn't like that. Now, 8 years later, he just told me recently in so many words, he's never had someone that truly cared the way I do, and he never realized it. So for 5 years, for 5 years. I hope you guys weren't in a serious relationship. For 5 years, he was comparing you to some other chick. Uh, and now 8 years later, all the headaches and all the bumps in your relationship, he finally gets it. And I hope that you're wise enough to not try to rekindle that shit. Because here's the thing: you brought in some baggage going in. You didn't even give me a fair shake. you you had issues with Karen, and my name is Stacy. You know what I'm saying? Because Karen fucked your head up or drug you through the mud, you just automatically assume that that's who I am too. And this is why I say, before, ladies and fellas alike, before you call yourself going in a relationship and you just broke up with, I don't give a fuck if you've been out of a relationship for 10, 15 years, fix yourself before you go in there trying to fuck with somebody else. Get your shit, you know what I'm saying? Nah, man, hell no. Uh, so Stacy says that's the part of the definition that applies to what you're saying, where it is reciprocal recessions. I think uh, I'm not sure what that is. I think is what you said. All right. So you're talking about the legal definition. If you're only doing for someone because you expect something in return, or don't do for them again because you didn't receive something in return, then your love is conditional. Absolutely. Uh, no, I'm not gonna say it's conditional. That is a transaction. Your love is a transaction. The conditional is if I say, Stacy, I love you, and you say, well, why do you love me? And the moment I start rambling off reasons why I love you, all because uh your eyes and your personality and your figure and just how articulate, these are conditions. The moment that your personality shifts or changes, you're no longer, in my eyes, the person that I met. So now I don't like you or love you the way I did. Those are conditions. I'm referring to your impromptu karaoke since you're a million comments behind. Okie dokie. Fantastic. Um, she says it wasn't that bad, but yes, there was a lot of baggage on both sides, and yes, I'd still be with him because He's the one I can't get off. Well, I mean, shit, you know what I'm saying? They say the definition of insanity is what, Ant?
Repeating the same thing and expecting different results.
All right, so there you have it. So anyway, in other news, um, so let me push forward a little bit. Uh, this transaction aspect. This is where I was going with that. So so transaction. Transaction versus acts of love. Right now we got three people in here. One, two, three viewers allegedly. Uh, Beth, Stacy, and whoever, and I'm assuming Jamie's still here. And then we have Ant and myself. So five people total. So I have a question before I even get into this, right? In the comment section below, please confirm yay or nay. Are you a Christian or a practitioner of the Christian belief? I didn't say Catholic, all that type of stuff. I'm just asking. And you say?
No.
Okay. Jamie says no. Beth and Stacy. I identify as Christian. Does that count? Affirmative, it does. You are a Christian. She said, I identify as a Christian.
Yeah.
That's gangster. In theory, Beth says. All right, so we got two Christians. We got two Christians and we got three non-Christians. So for those who tune in later, might come in or whatever have you, we all have heard the story of Jesus and him being the Son of God and the sacrifice that was bestowed upon the world in the form of his son's life for the sake of the world. Right? Cool. So an act of love. We just established an act of love and a transaction. So what did Jesus die for? Answer shit. Don't give me the line. Okay, let me say it this way for you.
Okay.
As the story is told, what did
Mhm.
because I knew what you was on.
Mhm.
Hey, when Ed say, shit. Hey, look, I know what that look means. Shit. Oh shit. As the story's told,
Mhm.
he died. Oh, hold up. Stacy says, man, I'm gonna have to go back and watch the rest of this because I gotta put my kid to bed and grade papers. And I feel like you're just getting started. Yeah, you know me. Yeah. When it rains, it pours. All right. So Beth says our sins. For God to love the world that he gave his only begotten son, blah, 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 blah. Cool. So he gave his son for our sins. He wanted something in return, right? Which was for our souls to have everlasting life, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? For you to carry on without sin, right? So what he did, because when you ask most Christians, they say, oh, that was an act of love. That was the ultimate act of love. That's the transaction. 100% a transaction. How do you, because here's the thing, if he died for our sins, thanks, Beth. If he died for our sins, then that should have been paid in full, right?
If that's the transaction, but
Okay. I'm with you. Come on. I like butts.
how many of us still commit sins?
That's my whole point. My question to you was this. If he died for the sins of mankind,
Mm-hmm.
paid in full, so what? So anything after that point should be forgiven.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a transaction, because I tell you what, if you go to the store and say, okay, well, shit, let me get a gallon of milk, 5 sticks of butter, and some Kraft singles, right? And it come to $15. Are you gonna pay that $15 for the rest of your life, or is that shit paid for?
Should be paid for.
Okay, that's all I'm saying. I don't give a damn how many taxes you put on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Each time, you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Every time, once you make that transaction, it's paid for. Now, if you come over here and buy some more,
You're paying for that too.
okay then. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So if he died for our sins, wages of sin is death. If he died for our sins, then why the hell is it that we still got it? Why is it that the Catholics still got to go repent? Why is it that the Baptists got to go get baptized? All that shit should be over with. How do you die? I swear I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm just saying. If I give my life and I die for my son, because somebody's shooting and I jumped away the bullet, saved his life, he gets away, I die. I don't get up 3 days later with a continuation and say, okay, well, you owe me. If it's a hostage situation and they say, okay, son, you gotta pick, you or your son. I say, man, shit, let my son live, man. Let my kids live, kill me. I don't get a do-over. And then say, okay, well, hey, Trace, Lyric, and Kamari, y'all owe me for this shit. That's a transaction. No act of love there. And I say that to say this. In the beginning, I said children are sponges. We go off of what we're taught, what we pick up. Even as adults right now, in our 40s, our 30s, our 50s, whatever have you. This is what we've been told, but we never questioned that. All in transaction. How do you... God died for God died because he loved you, or Jesus died because he loved you. How do you love something that don't love you? Or love you first?
So are you looking for acceptance?
Am I looking for acceptance?
Yeah, I mean anybody.
Oh, I don't. I said, nah. You know me. I don't look for nothing. See,
Or you
I
really
just said my thing. Here's what I'm getting at. Right?
okay?
How can you push that narrative? How can you tell this story? How can you tell this fable and expect me to believe this, knowing that in the beginning, if you read according to the book, I didn't have an opportunity to begin with.
What do you mean?
It said in the Old Testament, it said that the Jews were God's chosen people, right?
Who wrote
The Hebrews, I'm sorry, the Hebrews were God's chosen people.
Who wrote that?
I'm just saying. That's why I said if you believe in the book.
No, I'm whether you believe or not. Who wrote it is my question.
Well, it depends on what rendition we're talking about.
There you go.
Hey,
Go.
you know we on the same page. I'm
No,
just saying.
I can say Egyptians are the chosen people. I can say Africans are the chosen people.
That's just it. Everybody's the
Depends
chosen
on
people for their own
who
book.
wrote it.
Right. Well, that's just it.
What version are we talking about? Who wrote
Exactly.
it?
Everybody is the chosen people
Yes.
according to their own religion.
Their own definition. Yes.
You see what I'm saying? And that goes back to what I had said before in a previous show, where I said that of all the religions, everybody's God or their deity looks like them, except for us.
Right, because you would be totally out of line to say that this is what Jesus looks like, according to some people.
Right.
But here's the one thing: nobody, and I mean nobody, is capable of showing me a picture of God.
That part too.
So
An alien.
every race, every culture has their own vision of what God is. Because nobody can show, and I'm not saying you got to prove it to me.
Right.
I'm saying nobody can show me an accurate picture
Or a depiction, right?
or a depiction of what God looks like.
No, and that's just it.
But you're telling me
right?
you're telling me that man was created in God's image.
Right.
So, what does the first man look like?
I mean, and that's a good.
Well, that was the only human on the planet at some point.
Right.
So, even if you show me a picture of what you think Adam is, who drew the picture?
Michelangelo.
No. I mean, that's amazing within itself when you think about it.
Yeah.
You show me a picture of Adam and Eve.
Mm-hmm.
That means a third person had to see them.
Yeah. It's kind of
and say this is what they look like.
right. It's kind of like the moon landing.
Yeah.
You got these two astronauts hopping around in this fictitious orbit.
Who filmed it?
But if Neil Armstrong was the first man on the moon, who the fuck took the picture?
Who took the picture? If he was the only one out there.
Thank you.
So that's why I say some things you gotta.
Right.
If you sit back and think about it, you go, wait a minute, this is not adding up.
None of it. How the hell are you millions of miles away from the Earth in this what was it, the 50s or the 60s?
Mm-hmm. The 60s, late 60s.
In the late 60s, right? Mm-hmm. How are you on the moon in the late 60s, millions and millions of miles away from the Earth?
Projecting this image.
Wait a minute, not even projecting the image, right? Not even that. I believe the famous quote is that they like to say is Houston, we have a problem, or Houston, how the fuck? We didn't even have cell phones. How the fuck is you talking to motherfuckers in Houston if you're on the moon?
You had one in the moon pod with them.
We only had landlines though. So what the fuck you do?
I mean,
can in the string up there with you?
Somehow that communication got through.
Yeah, smoke signals.
Yeah, that communication. Hey, we here. We here. Everything's all good.
Yeah, shit.
I
Can you
mean,
hear me now?
I
He was singing the
always
warning shit.
question that, but I'm like, technology was great enough to send a man on the moon, but here it is Friday. Netflix couldn't even do a good live broadcast.
Man, don't. Ooh.
Seriously, technology was that
No,
advanced.
I know. And look, and ain't never been back since.
Ain't been nowhere near it.
And
But
then
you
got
want
caught
me to
talking about
believe this?
right. Then got caught saying, "Oh well, we lost the technology. Oh, you can't
Okay.
duplicate this
Oh,
shit now."
so the one person that figured it out, what happened to them? They didn't spread that information. They say,
We don't
"Yeah,
have enough aluminum.
I know how to get to the moon, but I'm not going to write this down."
Right, look, we don't have enough aluminum foil.
Yeah, right. I'm stupid enough to believe this. Okay, yeah,
Oh,
okay,
shit,
yeah,
man.
okay. All right, I'll accept that just for entertainment purposes. Yeah,
Man, I tell you what, it feels good to have somebody that can think.
that,
Sitting on the
I
panel.
just, now you see why I had trouble in school because
Yeah, hey man, listen, I'm trying to tell you,
I
man.
was like, okay, you really want me to believe this right now? Really?
Shit, man, look.
you, you really want me to go home going, yeah, that makes sense? No, it doesn't. It makes no sense at all.
Right. Stacey, what you talking about? She said we are forgiven as long as we acknowledge and ask for forgiveness.
Yeah,
Acknowledge what?
yes.
So that child that just freshly popped out. But so if he happens to die of SIDS or complications, he's in the NICU and he just kicks over, right? He didn't actually get a chance to ask for forgiveness. And I'm pretty sure he don't understand anything about acknowledging. Hell, he don't even know if he did anything. And he ain't no dog, so he ain't automatically going to heaven because they say all dogs go to heaven. And it's not about no babies and shit. I don't know, man.
But haven't you ever seen a bad dog?
Man, shit. I'm trying to tell you, every time I see one, it's a bad dog.
Yeah, I've never said, oh, that's a good dog. I'm like, that's a dog.
Right, that part. That part. Stacy says, I don't believe the book we have now is anywhere near the original version due to the amount of times it's been translated and the number of hands it's been through. Okay, fair enough. But here's the thing. Let me explain something to you, right? I'm glad she said that. The original book was not written by your Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. It was written by somebody else. There's not a book in that Bible that Jesus wrote. There's not a book in that Bible that God wrote. God wrote the 10 Commandments and allegedly and passing motherfuckers down on what was it, clay tablets?
I don't know. According to the pictures I've seen in the movies, I guess.
Yeah, it was 2 tablets. I think it was clay.
Me, I
Right.
I wasn't there.
Right. He handwritten these motherfuckers and passed them down to one person, which was Moses. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, God ain't wrote nothing else. And shortly thereafter, he stopped talking to people too, because I guess we just that fucking stupid or stubborn one or two. He ain't said shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. God told me to tell you, motherfucker, I got ears too. Fuck you, man.
It depends on who you are.
Huh?
No, God only talks to certain people.
I guess.
I mean, we talking about God. God can't talk to me directly.
Hey, shit, listen.
He got to talk to you to tell me what he said.
Hey, listen, and they got a name for that shit, right? They call it hallucinations and psychosis. You motherfuckers need straight jackets.
So you telling me that if God wants to send me a message, it can't be a direct communication?
Man, shit.
I gotta sit around wait for some random person to come up to me and say, God told me to tell you this.
Look, and we all played the telephone game when we was kids. You know how that
Yeah, that message might have been for you.
Man, shit.
And you directing it towards me.
Right, that part. God told me to tell you.
God told me to tell you this. Really? So you mean God was so busy that he said, "Hey man, hey, go run this message down for me."
Wait a minute. And this is the part that get me, right? Because like I remember one time, right, my son, he was over there with his mama. Meanwhile, she come up on the mother, so they don't play this type of shit. Them old black mothers and grandmothers and shit.
Yeah.
So he came back from his mama's house. He picked up that. He said, "Oh my God!" Now that gets your teeth knocked out in the black house, right? So my mother said, "What you say?" He didn't. He froze up. He didn't know what he was saying. Like he didn't even realize he said it. Right. My mom drew back. I seen it coming. Zoop! I said, "Oh, time out." She said, "You don't say that in my house." Okay, you don't want him to say it in your house. Cool, fine, Danny. All right, cool. I said, "Trace apologized." I said, "What is you upset about? Let's break this down though." She said, "He used the Lord's name in vain." I said, "The Lord's name is not God. First off, that's a title." Well, I said, and then furthermore, you getting upset because he said, "Oh my God." How the hell you know his God is your God? Let's keep it a buck. Satanists can say the same goddamn thing. Oh my God. A Buddhist can say the same thing. Oh my God. That don't mean they talking about your God. What is it? Wow, like when it comes to this Christian religion, man, they awfully territorial, like they the only one. Man, listen, please don't strike my children talking about some. Oh my God, that's not the thing to do. That's not the thing to do.
I mean, that's really why I said a long time ago, I don't discuss religion with anybody.
I mean, shit. I
Because
don't feel
everybody's going to have their own opinion and
right.
what they feel is right and wrong. I don't discuss it.
Right. And here's the thing. That's what we were taught: is you don't discuss religion.
No, it wasn't even nothing I was taught. It was just over life and just different people saying different things.
This is. So for well, let me clarify then. For me, this is something that I was told growing up. You do not discuss religion. You do not discuss finances, and you do not discuss government. These are three things that are guaranteed to probably get you severely hurt or killed. Because people don't play about their religion. These fools don't play about they Donald Trump and they Kamala and whoever else they might put up in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
And people obviously don't play about their money. I seen this in a post and it's a valid question, but I ain't come across a person that can answer it yet. If the money is the root of all evil, right? Why do they collect it in church?
To finance that evil going on.
I'm just saying. Talking about God said, give just a little bit more.
Yeah, you asked me for a certain amount.
Look, the Lord said, come on, give to the church. The Lord said he'll make a way. He made a way when he gave me a fucking paycheck, not to give to you, motherfucker.
So God got some overdue bills, is what you're trying to tell me? Because where's his money going?
When did he need gold roofs and
we talking about God.
Right. Shit. Last time I heard it was come as you are anyway. Shit.
But I mean, God trying to get that new private jet. So let me make sure that happens.
Look, come as you are and leave the way you came. So if I came with money in my pocket, I'm leaving money in my pocket.
I came here broke. Guess I'm leaving up out of here.
Listen, listen. And if you pass this motherfucking collection thing around again, one more
time, y'all gonna come up short.
That motherfucker
coming up short.
Hey, I'm robbing you, motherfucker.
Not exactly. I'm gonna jingle the bottom of it and come up with a little bit. Y'all coming up short.
Look, I take change, shit.
Yeah, y'all about to come up a little short. I'm telling you.
Right. Stacy, no, I do not. To answer your question, Stacy asked me, do I still have this picture of God? Actually, that was actually Moses. It looks just like me. She had it in the room that was called the blue room. So to answer your question, no, I do not have that. when when the house on 416 went, everything that was there went with it. Uh, a lot of my beginnings, a lot of my memories are gone. Um, Stacy says sin would have committed. What sin would he have committed at that point? Shit, breathing. It said that we are born into sin according to the good book.
Yes.
Breathing, shit.
Yes.
Number one answer. Ding!
Yeah, because what else has a newborn done?
Yeah, shit.
Nothing.
Shit. Said he is a bad dog. Moses wrote what God said on the tablets. I don't know because when you now I'm wrong. I wasn't there, but when you see the drawings and when you see the movies, you always see this hand come out the clouds and it's writing the shit on the tablets and then they float down to him. So
Well, I mean, in that aspect, they were given to Moses,
right. I mean,
and
whether he wrote them or not, I mean, shit. You know what I'm saying?
you know, he presented it to everybody else.
Right.
But as you should know by now, the Bible has been translated in many different languages. Uh, Many different people got different versions of it.
100%.
So everybody doesn't have the correct definition. Okay,
Right.
that's the best way I can explain it. Everybody doesn't have the correct definition. So you can have the same concept, but not the same definition of it.
Right. One thing I've learned, um, the only definition. So the only true definition is a legal definition.
I
What
wouldn't
I've
even
learned.
believe that. I
Well,
honestly
here's why I
wouldn't
say
believe
that.
that.
Here's why I say that. They want us to believe that they separated state from church, but they didn't.
No.
It's all one body.
Hmm.
So religion, when you understand the true concept of and the origins of religion was created as a means to control the masses. So the government has now since found a way to really pretty much say, okay, well, we don't really need you as a boogeyman because we got enough control now where we can did not say, I'll lock your ass the fuck up type shit. You know what I'm saying? But they base it off of this definition means nothing. Everything is based off of the legal definition. When you go into when you go into when you go into court, they don't speak English. I mean, it appears as English, but that's not what they're speaking. They're speaking legalese. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So when 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 Ralph went in and said he identified as a woman, oh nah, man, da 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 da. But by legal definition, he actually can't.
But who created that definition?
The powers that be, the people that are running the
Men,
whole operation.
men, humans,
No dispute there. No dispute there. But who runs this?
humans.
Who
So
who's running
what
this
makes
shit?
what makes them correct?
It's not, I'm not gonna say it's correct. This is what I'm gonna say. As it said, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. So if this is they should Jesus said, man, they raising the taxes. Jesus said, well, let me see the coin. Who's on it? He said Caesar. He said, well, shit, pay Caesar what's due Caesar. That's his shit. These are their rules. So unless you gonna write your own rules, you got to play by a shit or learn a shit and fight against it.
But what if Jesus had said, "Don't pay any taxes. Don't
Hey,
pay Caesar one dime"? Then what?
shit, it probably would have been some conflict because you got some fanatics.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Everybody is quick to obey man-made laws. Everybody is, but God's law, you will violate it without thinking twice about it.
Right, because essentially, what is God's law? something that man wrote.
No, I believe there are
God's law,
laws and regulations that were put in place by God. I do believe
100%,
that. But at
100%.
what point does everybody follow that? You don't.
Well,
Everything you do throughout your life is based off of man-made laws. Is what
exactly.
I'm getting at.
What is God's law?
To be obedient towards God, to follow God's way.
But God's way is natural.
So, do you feel that you're following God's laws or man-made laws? If you're saying it's natural, nobody should have to teach it to you.
That's my whole point.
It
The
should
laws of
come.
the universe.
It should
What,
come
what
out of. Should
right.
come out of instinct.
Okay, yeah. It should come naturally. What is damn man, that felt natural. What is natural?
You don't
What's in
know.
nature?
Yeah, I mean, really, you don't know because you got your own definition of what you think is natural.
Look at
That's
nature.
that,
Tell
that's
you
how
what it
that's
is.
how that's how complex the human mind can be. You
I
have your
agree.
everybody has their own definition of what they consider to be natural.
Here's my question. At what point does it become when you can see it, when you can touch it, when you can smell it, when it's tangible? Is that something that is that hearsay, or is that my opinion, or is that something that's finite?
That's something you truly believe in because you know you can see it, hear it, touch it.
Okay.
Okay,
Mhm.
you can't do that with God, but yet you believe in it.
You believe in things that you don't know.
There you go. Now,
And you believe
everything
in
was
God,
based
believe in Jesus.
if
Right.
everything was based on being right in front of you, then you believe that more than you
No,
believe
you don't
something.
believe it, you know it.
Right. But do
You don't
you
believe that you don't believe that you're a black man. You know that you're a black man.
right? Because I can actually look in a mirror and see that. Because
Right.
me, I can't look at myself from the outside. That's impossible to do
Right.
without the help of a mirror. I can't see my physical appearance. You understand? So for somebody to believe, and I'm not saying I don't believe in God, I truly do. But I'm saying that's a belief I have in my head
Okay.
because I've never seen God, never seen him. Can't tell you what God looks like,
Right.
but I do believe in it because I know just from everything around, everything that exists, everything as far as like the weather, the
Everything that's natural.
everything that animals, things like that.
Everything that's
That
natural.
is God in the presence without me saying, "Oh, I need proof." I see it right there.
Right. Okay. So everything that's natural.
Right.
Human beings, the way we operate through law, through religion, is not natural.
Exactly. Because you got somebody trying to tell you what God is. So my thing has always been, tell me, just answer that one question. Tell me
Okay.
what God looks like. I would ask that to anybody. I don't care how much of a religious figure you appear to be. Tell me, what does God look like? And then they gonna sit there and go, oh well, you don't question that. Why not? Why not? I mean, obviously, this thought came from somewhere.
100%.
And I'm not saying God doesn't exist. I'm saying, tell me, what does God look like? I'm not saying God doesn't exist, and I don't believe in God. I'm just saying one simple question. Tell me, what does God look like?
You
And
look like
then not only that, why do we say He?
man. You better don't say that too loud, but you got feminists out there, man.
No,
Watching.
it's not trying to side, not trying to side with any feminists. I'm just saying, why do we say He?
You know.
Now, it could be based on that Adam was created in God's image, that being the first person on the planet, that being a male. So you assume God said, I'm going to create this creature that looks like me,
So
a
hold on.
male, a male,
Right.
not necessarily a Caucasian male, but a male.
Right. So let me stop you there for a second, right?
Okay.
So God creates man in his image.
in His image.
Follow. Male comes first, right?
Yes.
So can we can we solve right now the old question of what came first, the chicken or the egg?
The chicken. No question. Chicken.
Right, right. But
Because
most people say, well, I
something
don't
had
know.
something had to produce another chicken.
Okay,
Something had to.
right.
So and here's another question I asked somebody one time. I said, okay, so did Adam see a dinosaur? Hmm?
Right,
Because
right,
remember, the book of Genesis says he named every living creature on the planet.
right.
So that means he saw a dinosaur.
No, that means man made that shit up.
He saw a dinosaur, but didn't know what to call it.
Well, there's a lot of damn dinosaurs, man, and I'm pretty sure
That's what I'm saying. General.
Tyrannosaurus and all that shit.
I'm not talking about the technical name. I'm
Right.
saying a dinosaur. He saw one,
He saw a lot of shit.
and he saw a lot more than we can ever imagine.
Right. That motherfucker
He
say,
saw it
and
and
he lived
said,
long.
"Man, what is that?"
Yes.
Oh, I guess I'd call it a dinosaur.
Shit. I mean, listen. These guys, they say he lived to be, I think it was like 900 something years old, right?
Yeah,
You know how long that man had to be
that,
living
that is
to
a.
name all these animals?
That's what I'm saying. Because even if you think about it, the whole concept of time is screwed up. God didn't invent time.
Right.
Man did.
Man did.
Man did. So this so-called 7 day theory is actually a 6 day theory
Right.
because God rested on the seventh day.
Hmm.
God did all these things in 6 days according to human time,
Which will be 6,000 years.
which would be years in God-like terms,
Right.
thousands of years.
6,000
But
years.
but they have condensed it down to 6 days.
Hmm. They said one day to God the equivalent. Now, who the fuck came up with that idea? But okay.
Who made that equation?
Right.
Did you personally ask God, hey, how long is a day to you?
Which means Adam didn't even live a day long, a day old.
Exactly. But hey, I'm just randomly throwing out ideas.
No, no, I'm with you, man.
I
I'm
don't
with
know. I don't know anything. I never sat down and took an honest thought about anything.
Man, I
So,
sit back like this all the fucking
I
time.
would be
Man.
like, huh.
I'll be over here racking my brain like,
That's
man,
what
shit, with
I
nobody
keep
to
telling,
talk to.
boy. I keep telling people if I smoke weed, boy, you wouldn't get enough of me
Man, shit.
because I would have some mind blowing
Hey,
theories.
maybe we should try that. We should come on. We should come on an episode and be high as a motherfucker. Just
This
start
would be
talking.
a 8 hour episode.
No, we're
It'd be
gonna
like
do an
a
open discussion,
full-time
but we're
job.
gonna be high as fuck.
It would be a full-time job because I would have some questions that people would go, "Wow, I never thought of that."
Man, shit, hell yeah. Hold up, man. We got 37 questions and shit, comments and shit, man. Let me see what the hell going on, man. I done got so sucked into the conversation. Shit was
No,
getting
I mean
good.
that's why like I said, I know I try not to discuss religion, but it's
Shit,
just basic questions I want to know,
of
and
course.
no human has been able to answer that for me.
Hey, and you probably won't find one.
And I won't find one. I know I won't.
Jamie say most people damn, we way behind. Jamie say most people see love as transaction. It's real love when it's not required back. So along that aspect where she said most people see love as a transaction, it's real love when love doesn't require to be loved back. So based off of what she said, kind of in a nutshell, says what I was kind of saying that Jesus doesn't love you.
I wouldn't say
Shit.
that's a little too far right there.
Man, look,
I wouldn't say that.
shit. I'm just now. Don't get me wrong. She's not a Christian or anything like that. But I mean, again, like I said, I mean, you gotta question that though, because here's the thing, right? When your son was born,
Hmm.
you loved him first.
What do you mean? I loved him first.
maybe before he even came into the womb, he was like, "Oh, my son, however you say that, you know what I'm saying?" But when he crowned and he came into this world, that was oh man. Or even your daughter, who you know what I'm saying, your kids, man, oh man, I love my kid. You get what I'm saying? You love them first. Hell or high water. If we are the children of God, which is kind of interesting, which would make Jesus your brother, right?
Mhm.
But then in the same aspect, you're gonna kill my brother so I can go to heaven. When in all actuality, in the beginning, you didn't get two shits about me because you said everything that wasn't Hebrew or Jew was a Gentile, which was considered less than the dogs. It wasn't until he was persecuted and crucified by the Romans that gave everybody else the opportunity to get to heaven. Now make that make sense. You want me to love a motherfucker that ain't get two shits about me and say, okay, well, shit, fuck you, man. My people are okay. Well, they rejected me. Come on, y'all can come in now. Get the fuck out of here, man. I'm cool. I don't even want to come to your party now. You know what I'm saying? Fuck.
See, the reason I said that I wouldn't say that because there is nobody on this planet that I'm willing to die for their sins for.
I'm sorry. Say that again. I'm sorry.
I said there is nobody on this planet that I'm willing to die for their sins for.
That's why your name is Ant, not Jesus.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a big difference between me and what Jesus would do.
Now that might be. Now here's the thing: your mindset might be different if you was Hispanic. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of Jesuses over that motherfucker. You see what I'm saying?
But none of them are Jesus.
Shit.
I don't care what your mama named you.
I'm gonna say like this.
Jesus.
Shit, I feel like they pronounce it wrong. Where the fuck Jesus come from?
Is Jesus gonna die for my sins?
Shit, he might. Shit,
I would love to meet him because I'm like, hey, check this out, bro. I'm gonna give you a list of the things I've done. So let me know when you're ready. I mean, if you really that committed to the cause, let me write down everything that I've done.
That shit,
and I want to see. You gonna be like, no, bro, you on your own. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a list
from here to the moon
of everything I've done, and I want to see if you willing to die.
Shit.
Please, man, please tell me that's what you're feeling.
Shit.
Please, by all means, tell me that you're willing to do that. And I was like, man, you the greatest human being I ever met.
Either that or the biggest fool. One of the two.
Yeah, the biggest nut walking around. So,
shit, man.
So no, I would not sit up and say no. Jesus didn't care. He cared. He loved way more than I can even imagine. Because I'm not going to do that.
I'm gonna say like this: he did something. Shit,
he did something. I would never make that statement. No.
Stacey said, "No, I didn't think you were all." I passed that already.
You for it. What the hell?
That's part of the definition that applies to you were saying reciprocal. I don't know why the comments keep dancing back and forth. Damn, hate me. That's such a strong word, man. Stacey says it wasn't that bad, but yes, there was baggage. Yeah, they're floating back around and shit. Let me see.
I don't know where you at.
I don't know. They keep moving.
Read the time on it because the last one I'm seeing it was 7:42.
7:42. All right, I'm looking at 8:29, 8:31. So that says it's called the original sin passed down from Adam and Eve. I don't listen. Original sin, duplicated sin, carbon copy sin. When he got that paper cut, let me cut it out, man. When he got the when he got that tetanus in his hand, and then his feet, and then that Roman soldier poked him in his ribs. That was supposed to cancel out everything. You know what I'm saying?
See,
So,
right now, you just signing up for hell.
hey man, listen. Somebody got to go. Shit. Somebody got to go.
You gonna have a VIP section in hell. That's the route you taking right now.
Look, that's all right though. Shit. Hey, listen. This, but peep this, right? Here's the thing. Let me take this off, cause man, it's getting hot in here.
Yeah, that's why. Cause right, you know what? You know why it's getting hot.
Peep this though, for real. Make this make sense, right? So, me and you get into a fight, right? And then I say, all right, well, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? You throw me out the house. So I go run back and tell everybody else in the family, man, come on, ride with me, man. We gonna whoop Aunt's ass. Right? Mm-hmm. You already know how it's playing out. So then some months, some years go by, you finally catch us. You didn't lay this down. Blah, 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 blah. So you mean to tell me the God and the devil, Lucifer, Satan, whatever the hell you want to call them, they get into a fight. God kicks Lucifer, Satan, or whatever you want to call them out of the heavens down to earth. He collecting angels, human beings, and any other motherfucker that'll listen to join his army to fight against God. Decades, eons, and shit have passed. And then we all gonna get tossed in this lake of fire where I'm gonna torture you motherfuckers for doing the same shit, for following me. Make that make sense. I'm gonna torture you for doing the same shit that I did. That makes no sense at all. If anything, when we get down there, we should all gang up on this motherfucker and whoop his ass for fucking it up anyway.
For messing up a good thing. Yeah.
If Adam and Eve opened up the door for it all to pop off, defiant woman. Me personally, and on this part, you can call me a woman basher. I personally believe that for everybody that's got to go to hell, and that's a lot of motherfuckers, right? According to the good book, I feel like Eve's ass should sit in the chair right outside that motherfucker, right? And as motherfuckers is passing through the gates, they should be able to punch her in her face, bah, straight up, until the last person enter in. That's where I'm at with it. You know what I'm saying? Since you defiant, hard-headed. Oh no, I am not going to listen to the man. Yeah, I'm about to be a woman basher right now. Hey man, it's all in fun, man. So getting back to the show.
Yeah, that's what I said, boy. I seen your post, Coy. Hey, they ain't going there with you.
Look, hey, they about to ban the show. We about to all tables.
It's about to be all striked from the record.
That's all right, man. Listen,
you signing up right now.
Hey, shoot, Bob and weaving between the raindrops, man. Mm-hmm. Jamie say real quick, man. I'm gonna run through these comments real quick because I'm 39 in. So Jamie says he created Adam and Lilith first. Correct. I'm familiar. Lilith wouldn't submit to him, so he made Adam give his rib to Eve, which was probably the dumbest thing he could possibly have done.
So he basically had two women that wouldn't listen to him.
Hey! Listen.
No, I'm gonna let that pass me by.
Listen. I can't make this shit up.
Two women.
I can't make this shit up.
Said I will not listen to him.
Well, one was a succubus, in all fairness.
A what?
A succubus.
I don't care what she was.
She wasn't doing it right though.
I don't care what she was.
Yeah.
Two women that said we will not listen to you. Interesting.
He sounded like he was a simp.
He sounded like he was pure punk.
100%.
I would have whatever fruit she had in her hand, I'd have slapped it clean up out your hand and said, "What you doing?
I bounced it off her damn forehead.
You trying to get us evicted?"
Shit. Nah, listen. In fact, take it. You and your kids.
We got good. You trying to get us evicted?
Shit. The babies were born. I'm sorry, Beth. Hold on 1 second. Beth say the babies are born with original sun. Well, then get them some tan lotion.
No, original sin.
Oh, okay, my bad. I was referring to when you asked what sins did a newborn commit. Breathing. And if he died for the sins of man, original sin, whatever have you, all that shit should have been gone. So he half-assed did his job any fucking way. He talking about he a plumber, man. If you don't call Roto-Rooter and get in here and get this shit fixed, you know what I'm saying? Shit. So you sent us a reject. I'm just saying. Baptism erases the original sin. This is Catholic belief anyway. I mean, shit. Water washes away dirt. Yeah, 100%. But I mean, shit. I mean, it ain't. What good is it doing though? Listen, I don't give a damn if you take a thimble of water and splash it on the forehead, you put it up there, cross it over some holy oil, you dunk them, hold them up on it. Shit, half these motherfuckers they submerging up under the water. They ain't holding them up under there long enough. When they come back, all right, man, I'm gonna behave. I'm gonna behave, man. Oh man, I don't know, man. If it works for him, it worked for me.
Yeah, buddy.
But yeah, so so
I'm just saying that hell is going to be standing room only.
Hey man, listen, hell, heaven, all that shit.
That's all I'm saying. So.
Listen. I'm gonna say it like this, right? He already had, according to the good book, he already had. Hold on 1 second. Watch this. How many people supposed to go to heaven? 144,000, right?
They got a number?
You ain't know? Man,
wait. Who was up there counting?
You didn't know that?
Man, I've never heard that. They got a number.
Man, hell yeah. And then
wait a minute. Whoa. Back that up. Billions of people on this planet, and you telling me
that's what I'm trying to say.
It's less than 150,000 is actually going?
Planet, right? And you got 144,000.
150,000 going?
So you was only gonna take all the Catholics while everybody else was out here thugging it, right?
So where's the list? I want to take a look at it.
Man, it's Weinstein's list.
So you got to be touched by him.
I don't know whose list it is.
Who made this list?
Man, I don't know.
Who made this list up?
Hey, shit.
Less than 150,000 out of billions of people on this planet.
Shit. It might have been. Listen, it might have been. James.
Who?
King James.
Who?
Queen James.
Who?
King James.
Yes, that's what I said.
He said, who? Shit.
A man that was king. That mean he had say so over everything.
Think about this. Listen, think about this, right? How many renditions of the Bible are there? But there's specifically a version called King James Version. How
So,
many kings have walked this fucking planet? King
So-
David didn't even have his own Bible.
so King James had the right to say, you know what? I don't like that story. Let's take that out.
Shit. How many of them? I mean, think about it. How many Bibles have been altered? Yes.
Yes, plain and simple. He had the right to sit back and say, you know what? Nah, let's not tell that story. Let's kind of pass over that one. Tell this one here. Tell this story here. Let's tell how basically every woman in the Bible was a whore.
Don't say that too loud now.
No, I'm just putting y'all on the aspects, on the background, the
Because
pages that y'all didn't read.
Right, because you know most of the women in the Bible anyway were
There are very few that
they
you
were
can point
second
out
class citizens.
exactly they weren't even looked at as being equal to men.
That's
So a lot of the stories about the women in the Bible, you go, wait a minute, were there any good women?
Wait a minute, better yet, were there any women? Because the only women mentioned in the Bible, they had to be pristine.
Which
The
was
Judge Deborah, Eve, Lot. Well, we already know what the deal with that was, but anybody else, they don't mention them.
well,
And yes, the Bible has a lot
if
of
you dig in deeper, there's like Queen Esther. Queen Esther.
Yeah, she got 3 pages or something like that.
Who else? I can't think of any more offhand, but
The rest of them was Isabel. I mean, Jezebel and this harlot and all that type
yeah,
of shit.
you know about Jezebel. You know about what Eve done. You know about what Lot's wife did. You know about Jezebel. You know about Mary Magdalene.
And Jesus' mother Mary too.
Mary, yeah, because I mean that's another story. Because if my wife were to tell me she was pregnant and I'm not the father, then we got an issue right there.
Man, listen.
Yeah. We definitely gonna leave town because something ain't right.
Look, let's talk about that. Check this out, right? In today's society, remember I said contradictions 1,000 times over, right? In today's society, the monster of society is the rapist and the pedophile. All right. If I were to ask anybody on the podcast currently, or if I threw this question out there for future viewers that watch the encore or the replay, how do you feel about rapists or pedophiles? Oh my God, they're the scum of the earth. Right? You ask a person and they say, well, how do you feel about because we've talked about this quite a few times. Oh my God, the worst thing is a cheater, right? Infidelity. But then your God is a rapist. Mary was married to Joseph. You said that having sex with someone, even though it's not physical intercourse, but if you understand incubus and succubus and et cetera, you got mad at the angels coming down, taking wives or knowing the women of the earth, hence the Nephilim. But then you did the same damn thing and perfected a child and named it Jesus. Make that make sense. You say that it is wrong to rape, pillage, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. If no means no, why is it okay for you to impregnate this woman? Why couldn't you just create Jesus like you did everybody else? Like you did Adam? But you had to put your little spiritual pee-pee up in this woman and get your jollies, right? But then when the angels were doing it, allegedly.
Well, no. I wouldn't say it was rape. I wouldn't say that. I mean, because he did create Jesus the same way he created Adam. See, I mean, you probably projected it as there was an actual sexual act that happened.
Okay.
When it wasn't. He basically created Jesus the same way he created Adam. So yes, that was a spiritual event because only a woman can give birth.
100%.
So to create Adam, that had to be something spiritual, something we can't even begin to understand.
100%.
Well, just basically said, hey, I'm gonna gather these things together. Here you go, human. So that's the same way he did with so I'm all right. Tell you, I would say you're wrong on that aspect by saying God raped her. No, he created Jesus in the same way that he created Adam. He just said
Adam wasn't
here.
born. Adam wasn't born. Jesus
No,
was.
Adam wasn't born with from no woman.
Right. So therefore they weren't created the same.
No, they actually were. God created women to be capable of giving birth, because if that's the purpose, then a man could give birth. I mean, if that, I'm not saying that's a woman's only purpose. If that was possible, if it was possible for anybody to give birth, then men would be having babies as well. So, in my opinion, let me say that again. God created Adam in the same. Created Jesus.
Okay.
In the same way he created Adam. He said, "Here, I'm gonna make you where you're pregnant."
Okay, now this is in your opinion. Now I'm gonna tell you what the book says. The book says that he created Adam out of the dirt, shaped him in the form of a man, breathed into the nostrils, and he came into life. He ain't come down no birth canal. So right. Jesus did. So Adam was never born. Adam was created. Jesus was born.
Right. Same as for Cain and Abel. They were born.
Right. So that's
why? Because but here's the argument. What was Eve created from?
From the rib of Adam.
Exactly. So did Adam give birth?
Essentially. What does woman mean?
So
womb of man.
So since that time happened,
right,
throughout generations, throughout the history of mankind, there really should have been another man that was capable of giving birth in that aspect.
I'm gonna say like this. Yeah, in that aspect too. I see where you're coming from with that.
So what I'm saying is no man has given birth. None. I don't care who it is, what you feel like, what you identified as. No man is capable of giving birth. God made it where a woman can. And there's a process to it. I don't care how you go about it. There's a process to it. But God selected Mary Magdalene. I mean, not Mary Magdalene, the Virgin.
I'm saying, that's the other
one. The Virgin. I corrected myself for those who are like, no, you got to.
I'll say, yeah. Because they look, they gonna get you.
Yeah, there's a distinction between the two. I know that. I just slipped up. Okay.
I know.
He took Mary and said, I'm gonna give you this, but you're gonna have this birth naturally. Because yes, he could have easily placed Jesus somewhere and had him just walk into the picture. Easily. Because it's God. But he said, you know what? I'm gonna make this process happen a certain way. So I was joking to the fact that if I'm married, this is my wife, and she tell me I'm pregnant, that she's pregnant, but she say, God gave me this baby, I'm gonna say, you must think I'm stupid. Because I know as well as anybody else what the process is.
Yeah, I mean,
So, but I'm just saying this was a different time and place. So I wouldn't equate it as a rape by God.
I'm not saying rape.
No, I'm just saying it because I know people gonna hear that.
Of course.
Oh my God, how could he say that? No, I'm not agreeing with that one. I mean, you can feel that way, but I'm not.
I'm gonna say like this, right? Maybe not in biblical terms, because in biblical terms, the woman belonged to the man.
Yes.
In present terms, in modern Babylon, in which we live in, that's rape.
Yeah.
If she didn't consent, he took the pussy. You know what I'm saying? Now, he might have took it just to use it as an incubator or whatever have you. He took it. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean,
if you put it in that terms, but is any lawyer going to put God on trial for rape?
Shit, man.
I mean, I like to meet that lawyer because you got some amazing balls.
I tell you what, he got a good case.
I want to see him win that case. Because
he may not win it, but I tell you what, he gonna make millions just because he up there.
I want to see that happen. Any lawyer stupid enough to
In fact, look,
try to get a conviction.
I might be stupid enough. Let me put myself through legal
You
school
go
just so I can
right
get this
ahead.
fame. You feel
You
me?
go right ahead.
He does have a look.
Because I know somebody probably listening to that right now and going, yeah, no. I mean, don't. To me, just you can't equate the two. You really can't.
Yeah, nah, I mean, here's the thing, man. Again, like it's I mean, I'm having fun with it, but like
Yeah.
in the same aspect, like we don't know per se. I don't. I guess I should put this out there too. It's not that I don't believe in God.
Mhm.
Let me rephrase that. I believe in a higher power
Yeah.
or something that's greater than us. Realistic, just that simple. There is a creator of some sort, whatever. It's in the intricate design and everything that we see. However, the way they tell it, I stopped believing in Santa Claus, the Tooth Fairy, the Bunny, Easter Bunny, all them little tall tales and all that silly ass shit. I stopped believing that shit years ago. You know what I'm saying? So, oh well, God is gonna do this and God is gonna do that. When? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, even on that subject, I've heard people say just recently,
Mhm.
God is going to make Kamala Harris president. Okay.
And,
Okay. And
and
when
you
it
know,
didn't happen, I said,
uh,
what happened? You mean God changed his mind? Hmm?
right.
Hmm? And then I even went a little further. I said, let's be honest. Didn't Hillary run for president? And I heard the same thing then.
Yeah. And you're gonna keep hearing the same shit.
God wants her to be president. So God had to change her mind because he knows what Hillary is as a person.
People have people have people have misplaced faith.
Yes.
And what I mean by that, right? And I'm not saying that you're wrong to believe, but the thing about it is you half-ass believing and you don't have a whole truth to be
Yeah.
believing in anything.
But even after that, after what went down, it was like, oh, well, how can God do this to us? It's God.
I mean, truth be told, when you look at it, right, it's a genetic experiment, man. All in all, for real, we were created in His image. He said it Himself. But reality, in all reality, or in the book, I can't say He in the book. Well, how do you have He created us in His image? All right, cool, fine, Danny. But the thing about it is there has to be more than one because where did the construct or the concept of a female come from? There can't be one. When you look at the original context or the original, when you look at the original context of the Bible, it's everywhere that it says God or everywhere that we say God, the word is actually Elohim,
Hmm.
which is plural, like goose and geese.
Hmm.
Elohim is plural. It translates to God. So
Gods.
in the beginning, the gods created the heavens and the earth, and the gods said, "Let us create man in our image." And where else did he say? Because if you think about it, right, let us create man in our. Who the fuck is our? If it's only one,
But that's because of translation.
so is Elohim. So is God.
That's because of that's all because of translation. As I said, we talking about trying to compare modern day English to Hebrew text.
Okay,
There's a lot of words that just doesn't match up.
100%.
So you have to take it at face value. You got to say, hey, I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna believe in the way I want to believe.
Let me ask you this, and everybody else, whoever's tuned in at this point. Uh, Let me ask this question, right? A half truth is a whole lie, correct?
According to the saying, yeah.
I mean, you can't have truth with holes in it. You see what I'm saying? So
That goes back to saying what's true. Because if you believe it, it's
you
true to
say
you.
that everything is when you say that everything is perspective,
Right. So anything can be true.
right?
Because if you believe in it enough, it's the truth. There are
And
people out here that lie so much that they believe it's the
yeah,
truth.
yeah, their lies have become
They're professional liars that it actually becomes truth and
yeah,
they don't believe anything else. So what is truth? What is the definition of something being true?
definition of truth. That's a good question. I ain't never even went so far as to.
See, that's what I said. It's like when
What is
you
the definition
just
of
when
truth?
you sit back and think about a lot, you would just be like, man, this is not making sense.
Right. So it's crazy, right? So I looked it up, right? There's no. It's crazy, but there's no other way for me to say this, right?
Okay,
There's no true definition of truth.
there you go. Because
It's only a construct.
it's based on what you believe in. I'm not talking about just religion. I'm talking about in life in general.
Right.
What you believe in, you believe it to be true because you have sat down and told yourself this is the truth.
Well, okay. So let me
Unless you really have concrete evidence of it.
right.
Now, I mean, I can tell you water is wet.
Okay.
You may not believe it until you actually touch it, and you go, water is wet.
Okay.
But if I continue to tell you that, and you've never touched it and felt it, you may not believe it.
Yes.
So you see what I'm saying? So a lot of times it takes that to get you to see, hey, this is what it is. But in different aspects, it's like you can't compare what somebody think is true.
Again, there is no true definition of true. You know what I'm saying? Like for a lie. Definition of lie is what? Anything that's a false, right?
That's
Falsehood,
false.
something that's all right, something that's not true. Obviously the
But
opposite.
but how do I
But
know
when
that you're lying?
I'm sorry,
How would I know that you're lying unless I can actually prove that you're lying?
facts.
Because you can tell me something, and whether I choose to believe it or not makes it true. But you can be
Well,
telling me something that's absolute truth, and if I don't believe it, to me it becomes a lie.
well, if you don't believe it, I'm sorry, excuse me. If you don't believe it, where the truth comes into play, it has to be supported with facts.
Right.
With a lie, there is nothing that supports it.
Exactly. But
If-
if you're convincing enough as a person to tell me something,
Okay,
all I can do is take your words at face value until I see for a fact that
right,
what you
right.
told me was a complete lie.
Okay, so
But
that's
but but up to that moment, I prove that point. You're telling me a truth.
eh,
No, you are. You're telling me a truth. It's simple as that to me. It's like if I told you I was a millionaire,
okay.
would you believe?
No,
Why not?
no. You saying if I don't know you?
If you don't know, you never met me,
Okay,
and I tell you I'm a millionaire, I do all these fabulous things, I got this, I got that. How can you tell me that I'm lying?
I can't.
There you go.
But what I will say is this, right? I'll table that until further investigation. I mean, until further
There you
notice.
go. You need to go
Right,
out and search
right,
if that's what you want to do.
right. So, in legal terms, you are innocent until you are proven guilty.
I would
But
say
just
you
believe I'm gonna go look for this shit. You know what I'm saying?
I was going to say you guilty until you prove your innocence.
And now you are. But originally you were because so this is a whole different topic. But
Yeah, I know. It just
when you hit into corporate law or into law period, um, there's three forms of law, but criminal law, civil law, right?
Mhm.
A citizen cannot be arrested, detained. I'm sorry. A citizen cannot be arrested or detained if you know your laws. With that being said, anything that you do is not criminal; it's civil. So you're not. In other words, what I'm trying to tell you is, if you know your laws, you're not even supposed to go to jail.
Wait a minute. If you know your laws, you're not supposed to go to jail.
If you know the law, you're not supposed to go to jail
But yet there are people in jail
because
that
they don't know the law,
they know the no, they know the law.
do they?
They know the law to a certain, I would say to a certain extent, because there's always some loophole that gets them caught up.
You know what the loophole is? The absolute truth,
But whose truth is it?
according to the law.
Who made that law?
I mean, again, if you're playing by their rules, you got to know their rules, don't you? I mean,
So,
it's just as simple. If you go to the store and you buy Monopoly,
mhm.
you can't play the game properly unless you read the instructions and learn the rules, right?
But who plays by the rules?
Again,
I don't know. I don't. And since we talking about Monopoly, I don't know one person
right?
that's pulled out that rule book and said, "This is how we're going to play."
Man,
Anybody I've ever played Monopoly with got a whole different set of
house
rules.
rules, yeah, house rules. Now,
Got a whole
I'm gonna say
different
like
set.
this.
So that's
I'm gonna say like this, right? There are a handful of people that do play like that, but overall, nah, you gonna get some house rules
you
in that
gonna get some rules that's like you like, man, I ain't never played like that.
yeah,
According to the rules, they're supposed to be a separate banker.
yeah, big facts.
But you have somebody else
Playing doing
playing
the
the
bank.
game and playing the bank and running the bank.
And then you wonder
Like,
why money coming up
then
missing.
you wonder why you owe them
Yeah.
$10,000 in rent. But hey, hey, but that's the rules they play. So that's why I said rules are just so. It depends on the person and how you choose to follow
Right.
man-made laws. It's like, yeah, you're supposed to stop at a stop sign, but how many people I've seen fly through one, even though the sign is clear as day. Stop.
And here's the thing, right? These rules that are in place. What are they in place for?
At this point, I don't know.
They've always been in place for the same reason.
What is that?
Revenue.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
That's it. There's not a rule. There's not a rule in place that some form of fashion, if you break this rule, they don't collect money. Think about it.
Maybe, yeah. I would say, yeah. There's some truth to
You
that.
don't have a driver's license, you get caught on the road. What happens?
Yeah, you're gonna get fined or locked up for it or something.
Right. And if you get locked up, what happens? You're gonna pay to get the fuck out.
You're gonna pay to get out, or you're gonna be sitting there for a while.
And you still gonna pay.
You still gonna have to pay. In one form or another, you're either gonna pay money or pay with your time.
Thank you. You gonna pay regardless. Listen, I don't give a damn. If the rules, the law says that why? The law says that allegedly that it is a crime. Notice everything is criminal. Criminal law says that it is against the law to murder or kill, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I go kill Joe Brown, right?
Mm-hmm.
I get caught, I get convicted, I go to prison. What are they gonna do to me?
Kill you.
So make that make sense. It's against the law to kill, but you're gonna ultimately kill me.
Yeah, the death penalty should not exist under that construct. It shouldn't.
Right. So when you do the homework and do some further digging, right? Man, I'm way off topic, but this.
I know.
No. Because here's the thing. it's time to start bringing these conversations. I'm gonna start locking in on some of these for future shows. Uh, when you I did some digging. If I go kill somebody right now and I get caught, what is the crime?
Murder.
Hold on. I'm gonna say this two ways.
Okay.
If I go kill somebody right now, I get
Mm-hmm.
caught, and I ride through the system, run through the system, I get convicted. What is the crime?
Should be murder.
And okay, and what are the charges?
Depends on where you're at and the uh, I would say the circumstances of the crime
Cold blood.
committed.
Cold blood.
Cold-blooded murder, no motive behind it. Yeah, I would say the punishment is mostly a life sentence in some cases, because I can't say it's definite. Some cases is a life sentence.
Life or death.
Some cases is death row.
Okay, so in most cases, when in most cases the final say is life or death.
Mhm.
All right, just depends on which way if it's a male judge, just depends on which way his dick is
Yeah,
pointing.
it's a lot of factors into that,
Right.
so you can't just say it's
Right.
one way or the other.
So here's the thing: life or death are the charges. The crime is not murder, though. That's the part that the general masses don't know. The actual crime, is destruction of federal property.
Because they're saying you belong to the government. So, in other words,
We're slaves.
you're somebody's property.
100%.
Somebody's property, you destroyed somebody else's property,
You destroyed federal property.
federal property.
Mm-hmm.
So you're paying the price for destroying federal property,
100%.
which is absolutely insane.
But this is what they don't tell you.
That is truly insane. And once again, it goes back to my point. Another man-made law.
100%. But see, here's the thing: when
Because
you play by the rules,
according to biblical law, you're committing murder.
okay. But see, again, who wrote the Bible?
Man,
There you go. So,
in form.
what I'm saying is this, right?
These are basically God's laws written down
No,
to be supposedly understood by each and every human.
it's a construct in which they have manipulated. Again, religion and state have never been separated. They tell you that it is.
It's
But it's
supposed
not
to be.
separated. Yeah, it's not separated.
It's supposed to be separated.
Right, because remember. Okay, so remember
Because-
years ago, you used to be able to go and claim. I could go shoot a person smack dab in the face, blah, run in the church and claim sanctuary, and they can't come in there making a right. Try this shit now if you want to.
And really, you're supposed to be able to. I told you I don't believe in confessions,
Right,
but you're supposed to be able to confess to a murder, to a priest,
Hmm.
and he's not supposed to say anything.
right.
He's supposed to keep that to himself. Be like, pretty much lie and say, "Oh, this person never came into church."
But
But
I'm a confess to another man.
But
Right.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Shit.
But when push come to shove,
he
that
collecting
preacher gonna be up there
rewards for free.
singing. Yeah, he gonna sing like Luther Vandross up in that courtroom.
Look, he was a part of the choir originally.
Yeah,
Shit.
so I mean, that means nothing.
Right. Absolutely.
So that's what I'm getting at the point of man-made laws are just so ridiculous.
I mean, shit. Like I said, man-made is what you're gonna find in that book. Law of God is what you find in the universe. What you find in the universe and what you find in self.
Yeah. So when you understand that, that's why you have a certain, I would say, a certain flow about yourself. You just like, man, this other stuff doesn't bother me. I'm like that. It's like this other stuff doesn't bother me. I don't care about this and that. Like we was talking about the whole stop sign thing. Don't you know I've been riding in the car and the first thing I hear is, "Oh, you need to slow down. The speed limit is such and such." I say that's a suggestion.
Yeah, it's a guideline, 100%.
It's telling me what I might average the way I look at it because basically I got somewhere I need to be.
Right. Make that make sense, right? I
Yeah.
bought a car for however many thousands of dollars.
Yeah, you gonna tell me how to drive
it, and you're gonna tell me how fast I can drive this motherfucker. If it wasn't meant, if it wasn't meant for me to drive the motherfucking within the parameters that I can control it, then it wouldn't have 220 on the fucking dash.
Exactly. To me, you're teasing me.
Yeah, and then
because you said, I bet you can't go this fast. I'm like,
right.
I bet I can.
And then you wonder why. After so many years, the motors start gunking up and acting off because you never broke the motherfucker in to blow that shit the fuck out. You need to open up the throttle so they say about that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But you steady putting around at fucking 65 miles per hour. The fuck out of here.
If that's the case, let's go back to horse and buggies. Because you mean to tell me nobody tried to go fast then?
Shit, you might as well.
They just like, oh, I don't want to go over the speed limit. Let me slow this horse down. No, man, I'm trying to get where I need to be.
Right. Look, you might as well go back to horse and buggy and shit. And they know something because I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't give a damn what type of vehicle you driving, right? First thing that motherfucker asks, oh man, how many horses you got up under that?
What's the horsepower? What's the horsepower?
Man, how many ponies is up on that motherfucker? Listen,
exactly. I'm not concerned about, does this do the speed limit? What speed limit?
Do the speed limit.
What speed limit are we talking about? The one I passed 20 miles ago or the one that you got up the road? Which speed limit are we talking about?
So, man, listen. Speed limit.
Don't you know I've had a cop pull me over and say, you know how fast you was going? I said, no, but I'm pretty sure you about to tell me.
Right. Hey, common response.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, no, if I knew, I probably would have went a little faster.
I would say what I need to know for. I know I didn't crash into nothing.
I didn't hit
nothing.
Didn't hit nothing. Didn't put anybody's life in danger.
I know I'm controlling this vehicle.
I got full control.
So what's the issue?
So why you got a problem with it?
Because we're in America.
Okay, I was speeding. So man, don't write your little ticket so I can speed off when you get done.
See, and that's another thing too. Speed limit. Remember, all right. So remember me telling you, there's the criminal, and then there's civil. All that extra interaction is to turn it into criminal. All they supposed to do is write your citation and send you on your fucking way. All them extra questions and shit. Fuck is you at? Look, I'm grown. Fuck is you asking me for?
Where you going? Hey, I'm going where I need to be. What the hell you mean where I'm going?
Where you going? Shit. Where you coming from?
Where you coming from? What you doing on this street? I actually heard those type of questions. What are you doing over here? Minding my own goddamn business until you pull me over.
And where you coming from? From your house?
Yeah, I could be ignorant about it.
Shit. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I just left your mama's house. She told me to say hello.
Man, shit. Me and your wife had a great time.
Right. if you want me to be a fool about it.
Look, you might want to hurry home and shit.
Yeah, but I got enough common sense to say, you know what? All I want to do is go home.
I shouldn't have to listen.
I shouldn't feel that way, but that's all I want to do right now. I want to go home.
My mama dead. Fuck, I look like answering to the UFO.
Yeah, you were a stranger to me.
Yeah, and look, and I strongly advise black males, if you don't know what you're doing, I strongly advise you to, when they ask you questions, you tell them, listen, I don't talk to strangers. Real shit.
Or just simply say, you know, I got the right to remain silent, right?
Oh yeah, that part too. That too. I don't talk to strangers.
So,
Look,
We can make this a long, drawn out process. Okay.
that's essentially. Listen, essentially, what are they trying to do? They trying to get you all comfortable. They want to long draw this motherfucker out. Well, do you mind if we might? Hey, man. All right. Well, I'm not the bad cop. You mind if I search your vehicle?
Yeah.
I don't talk to strangers.
Yes, I do. I do mind.
I don't talk to strangers.
I do mind because
So,
I just dropped off the dope you looking for. So yes, I do mind.
oh shit!
Yeah, I mind. I mind big time.
Look, call you a K9 unit. Run that motherfucker around the
come yeah, that's. Yeah.
And you better not prompt him to jump up on my car because you scratched my shit.
Exactly.
On your ass. You know what I'm saying? That part. Yes.
Yes. Do you own a gun? Yes, I do.
Shit. Listen. It ain't on me. Shit. What the fuck matter? Shit.
I got a gun in here. Yes, I do.
Do you own a gun? Don't I got the right to bear arms?
Yeah. Second Amendment, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Do you own a gun? Look, I have the right to bear arms. Well, is there a weapon inside the vehicle? Yeah, it's called these hands. Get the fuck away from my window. Shit.
I know we getting off subject, but the funniest thing a cop ever said to me, when he pulled me over, he read my license, and he was like, saw the height, saw the weight, and he said, "Oh, you're a pretty big guy," and I'm going. You're the one with the gun, the badge, and a backup, and you're afraid of me. Man, you don't need to be on the force.
Shit, man.
You just don't need to be on the force because obviously you're afraid of everybody. Man, if I'm big to you, you are terrified of everybody else.
I feel like this, right? I feel like honestly, I think the police force should be volunteer basis or dismantle them.
I wouldn't want that either. I honestly wouldn't. It's way too many idiots out here that I do not want to give that amount of authority to. No.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I'm gonna say like this. It's no different from National Guard. You know what I'm saying?
It's idiots there too. It is all over.
100%. See, my thing is this: I would much rather deal with the so-called idiot that volunteered versus the ex-military motherfucker that's trying to stay on a payroll, that's got PTSD, that is trained to kill, that joins the civil military and starts shooting up motherfuckers talking about some. I was scared for my life. The fuck out of you! Trained for this shit. The fuck is you talking about? You have the gun range. Goddamn me. What is it? 3 times a month?
More than that.
Probably, but I'm just saying I'm giving benefit of doubt. But in the same aspect, you gonna tell me that you was in fear of your life? Fucker, you at the gun range, however many times a month. You trained. You know damn well you didn't have to shoot center mass. Put a bullet in a motherfucker's ass. I bet you stop. Put one through his leg.
That's aiming too low.
That's shit because you motherfuckers want to kill. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know
that's aiming too low. Why would I shoot you in your leg when your head is right in front of me?
I mean, shit, that too, because you want to kill. You know what I'm saying? I'd tell you what. I don't give a fuck what you holding. If a motherfucker draw down on you first and put a bullet anywhere in your body, you gonna drop that motherfucker, or you gonna get some get right. You gonna grab that motherfucker wound. All that shit, man. Listen, most motherfuckers, don't get it wrong. Some of us can eat some bullets, but when 50 got shot 9 times, trust and believe he didn't return fire not one time. You know what I'm saying? So it just, man. You ain't got to be out here running around killing nothing, black, white, otherwise. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like military is not a good look for these cats to be, you know what I'm saying, on the police force. Put anybody else in that motherfucker, but ex-military, no, that's not it. I understand you want to give John Rambo a job, give him a job at Vons or some shit. Shit, give him a job at the grocery store. Shit. You gonna give a motherfucker trained killer a gun and tell him go out there and please, man. He didn't see everything as an imminent threat. Stop moving. I said freeze. He was twitching. Fuck. You just looking for a reason to bust your gun. Shit. Hell yeah. But man, we've been going at it for a minute, going on 3 hours, man. It's been a pleasure. Uh One of these days we're gonna stay on topic.
Yeah, I know.
It's all good because it makes it interesting, man. I appreciate everybody that tuned in today. Um I'm about to kick my feet up and shit. I'm tired of shit, man. I don't even have any closing comments today, man. Y'all be safe. Shit, you feel me? Got anything?
Yeah, I do. Just one little thing.
What you got?
I don't know what made y'all believe that a 58-year-old man would actually win a boxing match against a 27-year-old. But hey, believe what you want to believe.
Shit, man. I started to actually do a top.
I'm a big Tyson fan, but
yeah, you gotta be realistic, man.
Let's be realistic.
100%. Father Tom said, "You've done enough, my son. Sit down and collect your payday."
And if I'm 58, when I reach 58, somebody offer me $20 million to fight a 27-year-old, I'm gonna take it as well.
Yeah, and you, I'd tell you what, man, real quick. We grew up watching Tyson from Kid Dynamite to Iron Mike to Legacy Mike, right?
Right.
I understand as a fighter myself. I understand that when you start to get older, there's certain things that your body gonna tell you, shit, you think you can, but you can't. You know what I'm saying? But there's no way in hell that you're gonna go 2-minute rounds and not throw anything.
Yeah, that's what I said. Come on now, dude.
We watched all this man's training videos.
All training videos is past history.
Right. And then
you
gonna get in here
18 punches.
Exactly. No. He landed 18 punches. He threw 97 of them.
Okay, but still.
And that's horrible for a boxer.
That is horrible.
You didn't throw nan jab.
No jabs. You didn't come in close. You wasn't aggressive.
Exactly.
But here was the kicker, and I know I'm trying to stretch it. I'm not trying to stretch this out. The man walked in the ring with a knee brace on.
Right.
Right there. That should have told you. Yeah, it's gonna be the fix is on.
Yeah, you listen. You know
this is a money grab. I don't see how nobody noticed that.
Exactly. You know what? Listen. Do you know what the most powerful shot that Mike Tyson threw in that whole fight was?
What's that?
The slap at the weigh-in.
It was because that was heard throughout the building.
That was the strongest. That was the strongest throw. That was the strongest throw that he threw on that man.
Exactly. He using heavier gloves.
Yeah.
You walked in with a knee brace on.
And all that from what? Because he stepped on Tyson's bunions.
Yeah. Yeah. The feet was bad.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, I would slap somebody too if my feet was hurting like
and
that.
And he said it up front. He said, man, look, I got bad feet. Dude went and looked up. So here's my thing, right? You did it at the weigh-in. And Tyson reacted. Now, as a fighter myself, certain shit happens in the ring. Coincidental, incidental, headbutts, etc., etc. Now there are intentionals. There is some times where your feet gonna clash. Now you mean to tell me now you know he ain't step on that man's feet at all in that goddamn ring?
Didn't touch his feet because I've been dirty enough to do it. I'm like, your feet hurting? Yeah. Let me hit this toe right quick and then swing.
To the point where Tyson, because Tyson's like, first off, Tyson is 5'10". Tyson is shorter than me. With that being said, that man ever even attempted to get off that boy.
That goddamn game and keep fixing kids something to eat. Bring me those balls.
Like I said, I'm a big fan, but I was like, boy, the fix is in.
What do you want to drink?
I'm tired of seeing. Listen, I want him to see. I want to see him fight somebody his age.
I do too. And not just an MMA or another social media person. I'm talking about an actual boxer.
Right.
It's his age
Right.
with a great skill set. I want to see how well that goes.
I'm gonna say so because you heard what he said at the end of the fight when he said, "Well, what's up with Canelo? Canelo need me." Nah, go on up in there, tough ass.
Yeah, Canelo, go and take that chance.
Listen, in fact, I do you one better. I do you one better. Go and jump in the motherfucker in the ring with fucking the Bronze Bomber. Fucking Deontay Wilder. Go and jump in there with him.
Give him a shot.
Yeah.
Give Wilder the shot.
Go ahead and relaunch his career.
All right. I would love to see that one.
That's what I'm saying. Go on in there, relaunch that man career, because I tell you what, after he get finished putting them paws on you, he gonna regain confidence like a motherfucker.
You'll never fight again.
Shit.
But I was like, man, this is some bull. I mean, at least the women gave a good show.
Hey man,
even though she got cheated like a motherfucker.
Yeah, that was a good one though.
She got cheated big time. I was like,
I didn't even see the fucking head man.
It wasn't even just a hit. It was just Serrano. She was banging. She was banging old girl the whole fight.
I mean, I seen the fights, but I'm just saying, like they kept saying she hit, but I didn't see.
No, if you would have to watch like the slow replays to see that. Yeah, she hit her like 3 or 4 times.
And then on top of that, this is the man. I don't know, call me crazy, but realistically, every fight that night was scored weird as shit.
Yeah.
From the very first fight of the influencers, all the way to the 2 Mexicans, like this shit was weird. Ramos and Barrios.
Yeah.
That was like that was a good fight. But it was scored weird as shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, these motherfuckers here, like the point.
That was a good fight, but that was still like, who are these judges?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, them scorecards was man.
Right, it was all
weird shit.
But even with, like I said, with the women, the ref in there, he saw it up front, didn't stop.
No,
didn't say, hey, wait, whoa. You need to hold that down, deduct some points.
Right.
But it is what it is, and hopefully everybody got paid from it.
Oh, definitely. Hey, listen, some motherfuckers definitely got paid. That's for damn sure.
So some video of this idiot breaking his TV over that. I'm like, you a damn fool.
Shit, listen. They ain't paying me. I ain't breaking shit.
Broke not nan TV. As much as I done seen the Cowboys lose, trust me, I got every TV that I done bought.
Right. Look, I ain't breaking nothing. I ain't putting no water in nothing. Shit.
Exactly. But I was like, when I saw that, I'm like, well, people just stupid.
I tell you what.
Once again, you just happen to have that filmed. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Shit, but I tell you what, I'm tired of seeing these goddamn Tyson memes and shit.
No, they funny to me.
Man, shit, I'm so tired of seeing this man's ass cheeks and shit. That's just getting on my fucking nerves and shit, man. Like, man, all right, enough. We know we got a black ass. I'm tired of seeing this shit. You know what I'm saying?
It had me dying when it first popped on the screen. I said, "Oh hell no!"
That shit, I said, man, what did they dig this shit up at, man?
No, if you saw it live, it was the funniest thing.
I'm guessing my TV froze up on
yours must have froze up at that moment, but
I guess because I
turned around, I said, "Man, that is hilarious."
Shit, I didn't want to see this no goddamn way. Shit,
I know this Netflix, but that one was the killer for me. I said, I ain't even got to watch the fight now.
I would say they just turned that motherfucker into an instant R rating.
Like I'm already done.
First boxing match I've ever seen in history that was rated R. Shit, like what the fuck? Shit, crazy, man. But yeah, man. So I don't know.
Yeah, we could go on in things, but I was
that's it.
The whole thing, I was like, man, Netflix, don't you ever promote another boxing match?
Shit, man, listen, they talking about promoting football and shit.
And I can only imagine we gonna miss half the plays. Probably won't even know who won.
That's it, man. Hell nah.
That was to tear up football Christmas Day. I'm like, come on, don't do that.
Shit, they need to fix their service before they get to getting off and just saying like, y'all listen, y'all better go on back to fucking Showtime or HBO and shit.
Something.
Leave it to the pros.
You know what? Nobody gonna do a pay-per-view for it. So
shit. I mean, it was nice to see. I tell you what, you ain't gonna see no real sanctioned, real purse fight like that. You know what I'm saying?
No,
yeah.
That's what I said. It was a money grab, and I'm happy for him that he got 20 mil just to do that.
I'm here.
I'm more than happy for him because I'm like, what y'all presented was a pure shit show.
I'm here. I'm gonna need him to I'm gonna need him to give me like 2,000 of that.
Something, man. Give me something just for tuning in.
All right, wasting my time and shit.
Yeah, because I'm like, man, here it is midnight and I'm watching this. I'm like, hey, wait a minute, come on. Like, come on, man. That's what went down. So at this point this year, don't believe nothing that's being presented in front of you.
Shit, man. Fuck TV's overrated, man.
From the elections on up to that, I'm like, just give it up. Just
TV is overrated.
I believe in that. That was another showcase for the masses.
Yeah. All right, man. Shit, I'm finna shut him down. I will catch y'all on the next one.
Yeah.
I'm tired as a fool.
All right. Yep. I'll holler at you.
Till next time.
All right.
Maniac. Schizophrenic flow. Bishop. Mulatto up. These bitches hate me, but they all hoe. Fuck a nigga bolo. Banging from the